Funny. Okay. Well, we're kicking off session whatever this is. I honestly haven't been keeping track. But probably what, eight-ish sessions in. Um, and yeah, Holly, take it away. We are in the Hinterland Woods. How did we end up here?
So by my notes, the battle ended. Um, we find that one of the people wasn't actually killed. They were just kind of knocked unconscious, come back to consciousness, knock them out again, bring them to the brass crab, which was beautifully decorated for a wonderful celebration. But instead, we are dealing with the aftermath of a massacre. Um, Everyone is really overwhelming to Melvin and to Lyx because they have both exhibited the tide magics that have basically been thought to be gone for a really long time. And so all the villagers are kind of swarming them. Melvin runs upstairs while he's in the room alone trying to calm down. His necklace begins to vibrate and play music. He touches it and it transports him to this magical other world unlike anything we've seen. It's like a crystal city with music constantly going. He is encouraged to perform, absolutely kills it. I would love to go into all of that, but just kills it. He gets some knowledge from Melodia about some things that she learned at Nuanesti College, which is like a bardic college. He now can use the Soul Keys ability and something Wicked Wiles. I didn't get the first part of it, but he's got new magics he can use.
Yeah, he learned a new song. Yeah, it was just a song titled The Beauty's Wicked Wiles or whatever. Kind of a sexy performance piece that uses the soul keys, which is basically like a spiritual piano thing.
Sorry,
Yeah,
this one.
and the guy that you guys captured, his name was Svelt. He's got a weird name. Svelnt. Yeah, I think that's it. But we'll get to that interrogation.
Yeah, basically this seems to go on for hours with Melvin in this Crystal City. Cutting back to the tavern, Sneak and Lyx both notice that Melvin is gone. Lyx probably actually watched him go upstairs. Willow, of course, has absolutely no idea as she's off in another room and rolled low. Sneak goes upstairs, peers in the room, watches Melvin clutch his necklace, kind of eyes go weird, and then immediately come back. So what felt like hours for Melvin was seconds in our reality. After checking in on Melvin, Sneak joins Mayor Raven and Sir Becklin going to interrogate the prisoner. Spelt? Sure.
Svelt. Yeah, whatever.
Sorry, I can't pronounce it very well. That's my bad. They're led into the room. Willow goes outside the door to guard it. Lyx is feeling very overwhelmed with all the people and somewhat maybe feeling abandoned by their friends.
Lyx was also helping like kind of crowd control to like get people off of Melvin. So it was a mix of both that happened.
Yeah. So the innkeeper shouts for everyone to clear out. Punctuating this, Lyx shows off her not so nice magic to drop acid on a table. Anyway, pays for the damage and leaves to go vomit in a bush, overwhelmed by the day's events. Sneak goes to interrogate the person. We find out that what was the question? Asks him if he knew about the battle beforehand. They definitely did. They were paid very handsomely for this, and they were trying to overthrow the town's leadership. Asks about what plans were next. He doesn't really know, but he doesn't even know what the plans were or where the money comes from. He is intimidated into giving more information. And the only thing he knows is that he went with Gregonis once northwest to the Hinterland Woods, where Gregonis met with the people. The only thing he knows is that they had robes on, no identifying info, didn't see their faces or anything. And this area is notable because that's where Sneak Sneak's family lives. And that is the end of my notes. So I know less so what happens next. I know we go
Yeah.
see Sneak, but I don't remember if things happen in the interim.
Yeah.
I
So
can take.
Sneak does. Yeah. Go ahead, Colton. Yeah. Go
I
ahead.
was gonna say we go to my house, we meet my family. I take off the weights and then become super fast. We do a little bit of training, and then we're off. Oh yeah, and then I interrogated and intimidated him heavily, but you said that. But yeah, that's all I can
Yeah.
remember.
Svelte looked like a pretty tough guy. He looked kind of like like one of those sleazy, thin, like elvish vibes. But yeah, Sneak's like maybe nonchalant demeanor mixed with like threats of killing and stabbing. Just the way that he brushes off the murder of Greganes, things like that. Like it just really ticked Svelte off, and he's like, okay, wait, this isn't like a normal interrogator here. This is someone who's a little off. And yeah, and then the guy seemingly gave as much information as he could. Um, and then yeah, and then we headed to the Deling treehouse out in the hinterland woods. Yeah, there were some interesting exchanges before the Deling house. There were some interesting exchanges with Kujal Iron Smile, who's the leader of the mercenary group. It seems like you guys pretty much kind of repaired relationships with her. You all seemingly trust her again, especially Willow. There was a pretty tense exchange between you two, especially regarding your knowledge of Gorgonis. Um, and then yeah, I remember that Lyx also got to see Kujal head out pretty much. She was determined to go check out her mercenary camp alone in case there was any more traders or anything. And she was adamant that no one would go with her, in case, those people would also be put in danger. And you guys all kind of got the sense that she like really heavily blames herself for what is going on at the moment. But yeah, on the Deling side, it was just kind of wacky. They live in a giant tree house. Their entrance is all the way at the top of this tree. Um, and yeah, they just have, crazy soup recipes that heal you all the way, that take, I said 3 months to cook or something. And then you jump down under this secret carpet and boom, you're in this weird, after falling through the whole tree pretty much, you're at the base and you're in this weird training ground where there's a bunch of crap that they've stolen throughout generations or borrowed. Um, and yeah, and Smart's kind of like the patriarch-ish figure of the family. He was pretty much forced into it because his parents are both, losing their mental abilities. Um, he wants to test Sly and Sneak's scouting abilities and put them on what he sees like as a final mission or test to prove themselves. And he's actually not joining you all at all. So it's just Sly, Sneak, Maz riding Sly's back. And we are off in the hinterland woods. And let me pull that up actually, so you guys can spawn there if you want, if you're not already spawned.
I don't know if the screen recording will get all the maps and stuff, so I'll be
Yeah,
sure to record on my actual computer next time.
yeah, that'll be interesting how that'll work out, but it's okay. Um, so yeah, I mean, can you guys see that? Are we all in the like pathy, woodsy area, foresty area on Roll20? I should be able to spawn your
Uh,
characters.
my friends, I cannot drop my token once again.
That's really weird. So if you go to journal, you should be able to click on yourself and just drag it in. When it doesn't work,
Journal, click on myself and drag me in. Oh,
there you are.
cool. Sweet.
Hey,
I think
yep,
I've
and
been doing it from the wrong side.
yeah, there's a lot of tabs. The journal is pretty much the one where it's kind of annoying because I've been wanting to share with you guys stuff through Roll20, and I guess um I can only do it in this journal tab. So I think we can only share stuff and then like move our characters around in this journal tab.
Mm-hmm.
Um okay. So yeah, like kind of, and also going back to my text, this session is kind of on, I'm gonna try and follow what you guys do. So I'm gonna try and react to what you all do. You all are here, kind of walked a little bit north of Sneak's family treehouse. And maybe let's say like 10-ish minutes, and you find yourselves at this interesting-ish crossroads. These bushes up here, these are actually these are taller than they kind of look on the image. Kind of all the surrounding fauna here, and beautiful flowers. They're coming in, we're in spring, so you can see lots of violets, lots of purples, lots of oranges, reds. These bushes are a little bigger. So let's say that there's kind of like a lot of foliage here, probably 5-ish to 8-ish feet tall. Um, and yeah, and you guys, I'll try my best. I have random maps and stuff planned and whatever. I'm just kind of gonna go with what you all are gonna do. But remember that you're all trying to just find more information, maybe find these robed figures and figure out how to protect Bogler and Sneak at this point, maybe even your family treehouse. Um, so with that said, um, I'll start us off and just say that Sly kind of looks at you all, and so Sly, I'll kind of re-describe her again. This is Sneak's sister, a little younger looking than Sneak. She's got very ginger hair, just like Sneak, but she's got these interesting braids that kind of look like 3 circles on her head. So you can imagine kind of like Mickey Mouse a little bit, but with one extra circle. She's got kind of like, classic Hobbit-like brownish, greenish scouting attire. And then she's got her mama on her back. And I do have a token for Sly. Thank you for saying that. I'm gonna spawn her. Oh no, why is her name not there? That's weird. Okay, well that's her. I have her stuff, so
You
no
can
worries.
put the name by hitting the wheel for settings,
Uh-huh.
and then it'll say token settings, general.
Mm,
Then it should be a blank bar, and you can type in their name.
okay, I think I
That's
see
helpful.
that. Yes, I think I see that. Let me.
But I could be being helpful. No.
No, you're good. I see it. I'm adding it now. It's just my computer's going slow. So yeah, Sly kind of looks at you all, and she's kind of a prankster. She dropped water on Willow, I think. Just had a bucket ready, and she's kind of like picking her nose, like doing the like picking nose thing with the pinky and doing that, and kind of like looking a little gross, and just kind of looks at you all and says, "What are we doing again?" And yeah, it's kind of a breezy day. The sun is looking to set soonish, and it does look a little overcast.
So just before we start, is there any way that Willow could roll to see if Sly took anything from her? Because after the bucket fell on her head, she kind of like had her back,
Sure.
and knowing what she knows about the family, she's a little concerned she might have lost a trinket or something.
Yeah, what do you think you would roll? Is it maybe a self-investigate?
I'm thinking it would be either investigation or perception, maybe, if it was more of like an in the moment thing, but probably more investigation at this point. But I can leave it up to you.
Yeah, maybe in the moment it definitely would have been perception. Now I would say it's investigation. Now that you
Okay.
spell it out. I'll say it's at advantage because I'm guessing Willow knows the stuff she has on her.
Yeah, I would have
Um,
like gone back to like actually go through
right.
my stuff, not just a quick.
I feel like you would know your amount of gold and all that stuff.
Okay. Go ahead and
But yeah,
click.
it's free reign. Okay, and let's try and use the chat on Roll20 just because it's a little harder for me to pull up the Zoom chat.
Okay.
Okay, so it's a 13. Um, yeah, with a 13, it seems like everything's in order.
Okay. I just want to get that sorted.
Yeah, that's smart. I like it.
The audacity.
You don't know.
Yeah, you just see her like kind of like maybe shuffling about a little.
Also, it's your sister, not you, dude.
So Sly's like, well, you guys look as lost as me, and she's just kind of like walking around and picking some flowers. And Ma's like, what a lovely day on her back. So Ma's got, grayish hair. She's pretty old. Just kind of hooded, and has like twigs and leaves and stuff in her hair. She's pretty cute, but always smiling, has a big bright smile.
Does anybody know where we're
Um,
going?
well, I was gonna ask, so do we have a compass? Like, are we going, what's north, south? Is this map kind of like straight north?
Yeah. Good question. Yeah, the how you see the map is, northwest, east, south. How you think it would be?
We're looking for the baddies. We gotta find the baddies, friends. I
Um,
say, oh, go ahead, Melvin.
well, no, you go ahead.
Well, I say we head north because when we come back from that way, we can check the other ways.
Mhm.
Okay. So
I
you guys
was
are just
feeling kind
heading.
of south, but north
You guys
is
came from south.
interesting.
You guys came from
Oh,
south.
okay. Then yeah,
You
let's
already
go
want to
north.
go back home?
A little bit. I miss the soup.
That's fair. It's actually quite good.
I was gonna say Willow's very hands off. She does not know this area. She'll just be scanning for anything that would look out of the ordinary.
So would you say that's a perception then? You're just kind of like being aware. You're trying to be alert.
Probably, yeah. I'll
Okay, go ahead, roll perception.
Come on, where's perception? There we go. Shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't see anything.
So the way this will work is like maybe per region, I'll apply this unless it's like really bad or really good. So in this area, you're just like, huh. So you guys are heading north then? I think I can move you all.
Wait, I
Yeah,
have a
can.
question. I have
Yeah.
a question. Okay, so I gained a survivalist skill, and I gained
Uh-huh.
proficiency in nature and survival skills. So could I
Yes.
like use nature to see like how the wind blows in the direction I need to go or something
Yeah.
like that?
Yeah. So what are you trying to do then? Can you guys hear the nature sounds, by the way? I just started it.
yes.
Okay, there we go. Just a little ambiance. Yeah, so just tell me what you're trying to do. You can definitely do that. It just and you guys can try and do whatever you want right now. Just kind of explain what you're trying to do, and I'll let you know what I think the dice checks should be and what's gonna happen.
Okay, so I guess first and foremost, y'all, where are we going? Are we going to like I forgot where we're going.
You actually don't know. You guys are just trying to figure out who Gregonis's benefactors are. You're trying to see if you can find maybe the robed figures that you guys fought in the very first session with Willow that you so you actually, yeah, you guys are pretty lost. That's why I have little guidance for this session.
So I guess collectively as a group, what should be our first venture? Are we trying to go find the hooded people or Gregonis or Gringo something?
You killed Gregonis, my friend.
Esty, you
I
murdered
Oh
thought
yeah,
him.
I always
I thought
forget,
we were
bro.
looking. I thought we were looking for the draconic people that you and Willow ran into.
So I did see, Melvin, that you rolled a 19 perception. So you were also looking about, and with a 19, you notice a few things. You hear some rustling in the bushes right in front of you, actually, right above you. And you also hear, actually quite well, little jingles that almost sound like a lute, like a lute. Someone's playing the lute nearby. You can just hear it. It's maybe still like maybe some hundreds of feet away because it's kind of muted, but you can hear it. And yeah, that rustling in the bushes right above you and the lute, basically, with a 19.
I'm gonna go ahead and cautiously sort of approach. Excuse me, Lyx. Um, maybe
So
kind
you're
of
like
draw the
peeking in.
sword.
Okay,
Yeah, and
yeah,
like kind of poke around, shift the bushes from left to right with the flat of the blade.
okay. All right, and you see some deer. Some deer are there. They're just a little family of deer. It looks like a mom, dad, and a little baby just kind of grazing as you're kind of poking your head through the bushes on the other side. And they're just vibing as far as you can tell. And it seems like I won't make you roll stealth. They haven't noticed you yet, unless you want them to.
I think that satisfies Melvin quite well. He kind of motions to the party to, and then does like literally.
Mm.
So 3 deer like that. So I think Melvin's gonna kind of make moves to go first. Kind of at least indicating towards the north way. Melvin indicates that perhaps Sneak might be a good person to scout ahead, determine paths. Lyx and Melvin. This is him saying it, me saying it third person. Melvin then perhaps relates shakily that he'd feel more comfortable standing behind Willow and with Sneak kind of leading and possibly able to dart away. Or at least that's his thinking.
Okay, so like maybe I can go check where these individual paths may lead,
Kind
or
of,
where do you want?
yeah.
How far do you want me to scout?
Let's say stay within 30-ish feet, 35 feet. So we'll have a turn of movement um to get to you if you trigger something horrible.
Okay, that's
Um,
fair.
Christian, like
Yeah.
I just want to make sure it's not a setting. Like all of the deer are supposed to be like the purple person icon.
Yeah, does it
Okay.
say deer? It should have their names on it. I think I named them.
No,
Really?
I don't see names on anything.
Weird. Okay, they have it on mine.
Okay.
Yeah, the top 3 are deer. Can you guys see Sly's name? She's moving around right now.
I don't see it.
Oh, that's odd. Okay, I'll mess with that. So can you guys tell me again what you're trying to do then? While I look
Sneak's,
at that setting.
Sneak's gonna go ahead a couple paces ahead of the party. Willow's
Heading
going
north.
to protect, yeah, heading north. Willow's gonna protect the squishy spellcasters.
Yes, I'm gonna be in the very back. Tiny Licks in the back.
Are they about to roll some wacky tobacco?
Perhaps.
Melvin thinks about how
After
he could
this
really
day?
use some wacky tobacco.
Okay, so Melvin, you're kind of taking the back. Sneak, which way are you going then first? North? So what I'll
Yeah,
do instead of just to save time and not like actually switch from screen to screen, I'll kind of just describe what you see Sneak, and then you can we can decide from there. Yeah, Sneak, from heading north, you kind of wander off a little bit, you know, keeping that distance that Melvin suggested, and you enter a clearing. It's actually kind of a clearing. It's wooded all around, but it's like a meadow. There's a couple of trees. You notice a swarm of ravens in one of the trees closest to you, and you actually see more deer just kind of grazing out a few hundreds of feet away. There's some boulders and rocks in this clearing as well. Is there anything else you want to do, Sneak? From this angle and from what you're doing at the moment, that's pretty much all you see.
okay, I am gonna use some of my my nature skills, and I'm gonna just like sense the area. Maybe it is a perception check, but I'm gonna just do a visualization, see if anything's out of order. Maybe there's like a stick that has been broken due to like with like a piece of fabric on it, something like that. I'm gonna
Yeah.
just
So
do.
that would actually be. I'm happy you described that. That would be a survival check actually, because
Okay.
you're trying to look for tracks. That's what a survivalist does. They can look for tracks of humans, of animals. So this is kind of an ability we don't use too much. And this is part of this is the one where you get your proficiency bonuses doubled. So you add +4 plus whatever the hell your survival is, plus your roll. Okay. So not an amazing roll, but we can work
No.
with this.
Yeah,
So
7. It's 7 plus 4. I don't know why it says 0. It's supposed to be plus 4.
Mm.
oh, weird.
So yeah, I
Is
don't know.
your
But
normal survival is your wisdom +4 always your normal survival?
my wisdom is
Because
2.
this is a wisdom skill, I think.
Oh, wisdom? I
No,
thought
no,
it
no.
was under. There's like
Yeah,
acrobatics, animal handling, all that.
yeah. So each of those minor skills ties to those big ones, like wisdom, intelligence. But I don't need to confuse you.
Well, there's like a check mark, and it says 4, but
Yep,
survival rolled 0, so it's
that's
the
weird.
parentheses is 0. Yeah, so I don't know. It's fine. We'll just do 7.
So I do see two character sheets for you. Maybe you're rolling one that's wrong.
Well, one of them doesn't have any of the information, and then the other one has
Right.
all of the information,
Oh, okay. I see your
and
strategy.
the other one's up to date. So I don't know if I just maybe did something wrong or what,
Okay.
which I probably did.
So yeah, you have +4 survival then. That means that when you leveled up at some point or at the beginning, you gave this expertise or something.
Hmm.
So this is +8, I think, to your roll, because the proficiency I don't think is on there from the survivalist, unless you added that, which I have no idea how to do.
I don't know either.
Okay, I think
Uh,
it's +8. I think.
all right,
Let's
we'll
go with
do.
that for now.
Okay,
That's pretty
so
high. So
whatever.
15. 15.
15. Okay.
So yeah, Sneak as a scout, he's really good at survival and nature skills. So I want to make sure that we are respecting that choice. So 15 is actually pretty good, and I need a second to deep it. So you definitely find this. So I'm going to describe this while I deep, if I'm going to give you anything else. You find what looks to be a giant pellet. So it looks like there's a lot of feathers and fur and bones. And you, Sneak, do a nature check. So this is also now a +4 for you. Or this is +8 actually. Yeah, so 18. Oh shit, my boy Sneak. All right, Sneak. Let's see. Did I put it here? Yes, I did. So Sneak, you by kind of, randomly going up north and just checking out the area there in this place where your friends are not quite at yet. You find this pellet and it has all kinds of bones and dead animals. So think of like an owl pellet, right? You know how owls sometimes like cough up what they can't digest or whatever. Um, you find this large pellet. It's like almost a foot big. It looks really gross. It looks pretty wet, so it's pretty fresh. Um, and we're back in the um, main screen, and that you with that nature check know that this is the pellet of an owl bear. So there's an owl bear in the area. Um, you would know, Sneak, that owl bears are the apex predators of the woods, unless the dragon moves in. But outside of dragons, owl bears are essentially the apex predators of the woods. So you kind of like, I don't know, Sneak, you're a little weird. Do you think you touched the pellet? You could tell with that high of a check. I feel like you might investigate it a little more. And it's pretty fresh, like it's pretty wet. It hasn't dried out, and those are telltale signs that this creature is probably nearby. And yeah, they're incredibly aggressive. They're basically giant. They're bigger than grizzlies, but they have the face of an owl, and they have a very horrifying, owl mixed with bear screeching roar sound. Uh, Super territorial, super aggressive, and sometimes they want to kill simply to show their dominance of the territory. So that's what
Can
you
you
find.
can you like show on the map where that was found?
So you guys aren't there. Sneak is up in that region.
But like sneak on the map is right at the beginning. Okay,
Yeah,
right
yeah,
there.
yeah. I didn't want to jump from screen to screen since you guys are splitting, just because that would be really slow. So if you all decide to go to that area together, then I'll do it. Or if Sneak really wants to keep doing it, then we can watch the adventure of Sneak as he sneaks around or whatever. Um, but yeah, So Sneak, what do you do? Or actually, I want to stop saying that. So Sneak, that's the information that you have.
Okay. So I guess, because I put myself kind of on the map over there, but I I see this, and I'd probably want to whistle like as quietly as possible. Like I would try to get their attention or do something to just make them come over here. But I also want to, this is gonna sound weird, but I want to dissect the pellet. I want to
Okay.
find what animals it's been eating. I wanna look around. But so I don't know if I get to do
Sure.
that on my turn because I know I've already done
Yeah,
it.
I'll say I'll keep that high nature check you rolled and say that you can tell that there are some bird bones here. There's definitely some kind of like rabbit or small mammal, as far as you can tell with the fur. Um, but you do notice human teeth
Mm,
or
okay.
humanoid's teeth. I should say a humanoid's teeth.
Okay. I'm gonna just call over the homies with that.
And that call, I'm gonna say is thieves' cant, and Sly's like she recognizes that as like an owl bear in the area, and she's kind of like, oh great.
I
All right, so
like
do you
that.
guys go up north then with our friend Sneak? Are we moving? I think I can uh, copy and paste you all into that next thing. Let me try that out. Sorry, a little slower. Okay, I'm moving you all,
If
pasting.
if Sneak is calling, I'm following, I suppose.
Yeah. So you guys, okay. All right, so we're here, and you guys are actually probably a little, um, probably more somewhere over here. It was a little northeast-ish. And yeah, we'll say that the owl pellet sneak was actually pretty close to that area, right? You're kind of investigating it, breaking it down. You're grabbing this weird shit. Um, Sly kind of goes in and kind of sniffs it, and she's like, "Oh, yep, definitely an owl bear. Shit, pretty close to home."
Well, we could probably move more north, but we should definitely be on the lookout. It looks like it's been eating some things, so it may not be hungry, but it's an owl bear, so I'm sure it's always hungry.
And Sly's like, "Oh, that's a great observation, actually. Okay, I'm a little less scared of being eaten to death, just smacked around and killed." Yeah, so there are deer that are um, in this area. You guys can see that, and the ravens as well. Yep. So there is a swarm of ravens, and there's more deer up here in this region that seem, yeah, like as Willow is kind of noticing, seem relaxed-ish.
Should we trudge forward more, or what do you guys want to do? You want me to scout more north, or?
Yeah, you guys, Willow, Melvin, Lyx, if you guys want to roll for nature and know, because it sounds like the Delings are assuming you guys know what owl bears are. Um,
An
you guys can
owl
check.
bear. An owl bear. Is that how you would say it in common? A owl bear. I I don't know what those are. We don't have those in the Underdark, but whatever it is seems to sure have you guys spooked. He kind of whispers. This is also said at a whisper. Maybe we should keep going and get out of here. Right, Lex?
Yeah, I honestly I don't really know. Like I've never seen an owl bear, but what I've heard is not good. And I feel like maybe we don't want to mess with that. I don't
Yeah,
know.
like I feel like your dad's probably would have told you about owl bears at some point, not to go too deep into the woods. Um, yeah, and just kind of be pretty much prevention. Just don't go in an area where there might be an owl bear.
Yeah, I rolled a 12, which makes me think the only thing I know is to fear them.
Yeah, Willow, you've never heard of an owl bear, clearly. So you're just like, whatever. Maybe you're just like, if it can die by my axe, whatever.
Well,
Yeah,
I
and
don't.
Sneak,
Oh,
you would know
go ahead.
as well. Sneak, you and your family would also know that they mark trees with their claws, so they make very clear markings of their territory, mostly to warn off other owl bears because they don't care about alerting any other creature.
All right, well, I guess I can um, scout forward more.
I think we. Oh, okay. I mean, if you all want to keep going north, but to me, we should maybe head in a different direction.
Okay, which way do you want to go?
Well, if we turn back around, there was another path heading west.
Okay, I can jump through and hit that other way and see if we can find something else.
Yeah, why don't you do that?
All right, I'm gonna skedaddle the other way.
I mean, it's a
Skedaddle.
bear that's an owl. How bad can it be?
I
Uh,
believe this Awulber, as they are saying, seems to be quite big. They seem to look for the scratches. I don't know why he suddenly is Russian. Or German Russian? I don't know. I don't know. I think that's my
He's
old
been too
editor.
shy to let out his full accent, you know?
That's the new Nesty, new
No, I like.
Nestarian. But no, I've already done a German character, so no thanks.
So,
I don't
okay, so
know.
Sneak, you're gonna go you want to go back to where you came from and head east or west, sorry. Head left, is that what was suggested?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
so we're just kind of sending Sneak around and Sly's like, we're not doing really good, are we? Just kind of like picking her nose and like flicking it around. She's like, well, as long as we're not owlbear food and I get to go home, I'll be okay.
Exactly.
All right, Sneak. So I will. So you're gonna head left. Um, yeah, and
okay.
Sneak. This
I'm
one's
going to try to stay as high in the trees as possible. If there's like
oh,
a
perfect.
tree, I can
You kind
maybe
of
get it.
so yeah, you kind of I'm guessing you keep that same suggestion of Melvin, like staying pretty close to that area. So you kind of climb that tree. Yeah, and you actually, as you head closer to this area, you start hearing a lute. You start hearing someone just playing the guitar. With the lute is kind of like a the bard instrument, kind of like a medieval guitar. Um, and they're singing and making like really pretty notes. It doesn't sound like they're doing anything specific, like they're not really singing a specific song. It's like almost like they're just practicing. Um, so you hear that, and actually the music sounds like this, and you can actually see them. Go ahead and do a perception check since you're climbing this tree. Okay, yeah. You see this very interesting and tall figure, um, kind of in really nice red attire, with a red mask on and black holes where the eyes would be. Um, and he's just kind of jamming out. He seems like really focused on his guitar. He seems really tall, or it's hard to tell what they are. They seem incredibly tall, even though they're sitting down. Um, and Sneak, just I feel like you would have a bonus to that perception too. So it's definitely like around
It's
a
plus
set.
two. It just doesn't
Okay,
pop up for
16.
some reason.
Yeah, you're back where you and Willow fought those first enemies in your very first session, and you actually still see the wagon that's turned over where the Knights of Solamnia that were going to help out in Mount Kawamba, they were ambushed and killed by these strange reptilian creatures. So that is still here, except now there's some weird guy or person just out here jamming out on the lute in red and with a big red mask. Impossible to tell really what their race or physical attributes are besides what they're wearing. They might have a couple bags as well. I would say a couple adventuring-ish looking bags.
I I don't want to do anything further until I have some sort of support just in
Okay,
case.
sure.
Because I maybe like live by the seat of my pants, but I also don't want to die. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Can I call to my friends without getting noticed, or should I run back? Like,
Yeah, we can say that Sly was kind of looking out to see if you signal anything, so you guys can see each other. Um,
okay, so I
and
can
I
see
would say
Sly.
probably Willow. Willow can probably see you too, as the two
Okay,
most alert people.
I would probably like to direct my attention more towards Willow because this
Okay.
is an area we had an experience in. So I'm gonna just be like, just like that, and just point at her aggressively.
And then Sly's like, that normally means bullhorns, but I think he's just pointing at you in like pointing language.
Pointing language.
Yeah, like whatever you
Fair
humans
enough.
do to normal stuff.
All right, I'm gonna slowly, like, kind of stealthily go over. Hopefully.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, and Sly joins you. I'm not sure if Lyx and Melvin join. I'm assuming they will. Go ahead and do a stealth check and do it at advantage because Sly is gonna kind of help you out a bit. Sly and Ma. Oh Lord. Oh, shit.
I can't roll for shit.
So you do kind of like you're doing all right. They're kind of guiding you well, but you do the classic branch step, and you kind of maybe get some flashbacks to Riss, in a similar situation in the same place, telling him quietly get out of here. Unfortunately, he steps on a branch. Yeah, and then the beautiful guitar playing kind of stops as the person's kind of looking around, and here I'll roll for him actually. Let's see. Oh, and he's just kind of like, huh? Maybe Sneak, you hear with that perception, you hear, must be a deer or something, and then he kind of just goes back and starts a song over.
All right, I was
And
close.
so Willow, yeah, you're with Sly and Sneak, kind of behind these bushes, this foliage, and this tree. I'll actually move. I'll move us over to that. So, Sneak, I would say you're in this tree right here. If you can see my ping,
The guy.
and you can see the individual right there, hopefully. And I don't know if you see their name, but spoilers if you do, I guess.
No, definitely don't see a name, but
Okay, I guess that's okay.
Holly's indicated this person as the guy.
Oh shit! Yeah, Holly, do a intelligence check. Or yeah, history intelligence, like a memory. Sorry, Willow, not Holly. Oh shit. Okay, it wasn't a save, but that's okay. I'll take that. Yeah, you recognize this guy. This guy performed at the Kingfisher Festival. He was the weird, tall, red guy that performed at the Kingfisher Festival, performed this same song. And you kind of had your eye on him just because he was like weirdly standing next to the stage and just looked really tall. Like this person's like almost 8 feet and like very skinny and kind of, a little, something a little uncanny about them. But yeah, they're just jamming out. Their back is to you all, actually, funnily enough. The sun's kind of coming in on him, breaking through that a little barrier of foliage of the canopy of the treetop. And then, yeah, and to your left over here is that Knights of Solamnia wagon that was not cleared out. Looks like the bodies were, but they just kind of left the wagon out here. Didn't bother to clean this up. And maybe this was the log or something that Riss tripped over. So bringing it all back to the first session. So yeah, you Willow, you definitely connect those dots. This was one of the performers, and it seems like he's just out here jamming.
I'm gonna pass that along to Sly next to me. Maybe they can like sign it over to Sneak.
Okay. So Sly is like, she kind of like shrugs and like looks at you, Sneak, and like signs like some red guy that played music at your thing. I don't know. You know him? And Sneak, you didn't recognize him at all, if I recall. You didn't pay attention at all. You were jamming to his music though.
Yeah, I don't remember. Um, should I just go approach him?
Sneak, you're in a tree. Do you ask Sly this?
Yeah, I'm asking Simon like,
And then she kind of taps Ma. She kind of taps Ma and does like this weird signal on her forehead. And Ma was like kind of napping, and then she gets up and she has her crossbow out and is like super ready to roll. And then Sly kind of like signals to you. She's like, I guess got your back. I don't know.
I assume by now the rest of the party, Lyx and
Yeah, you guys. I
Melvin.
would say Lyx. Yeah, Lyx and Melvin. You guys are probably trying a bit more hesitantly, hearing that there's an individual out here, and you can hear the music clearly. And Melvin, you now recognize that that's the sound that you briefly heard from far away. But yeah, it's the same music.
So catching up on what Sly and Mom seem to be looking for, and if Sneak, I have a question for Sneak. Sneak, are
He's
you
up in a
going
tree.
to?
He is probably 20-ish feet up in a tree.
Okay.
So he's in this tree. You guys should be able to see the new map.
Yep. Well,
okay.
Willow is
I
just repeatedly doing this, hoping that this comes across universally.
I
Don't.
totally get it. Sneak
let
totally
me back
gets
you
it,
up, bro.
and I want to tell my sisters. I want to say like, ask ask Willow what she wants to do, because I need her to have my back. Not just my sister, but
And
her
then
too.
And then yeah, so Sly kind of is scratching her head, and like kind of picking at one of her big weird braid circles, and looks at you, Willow, and it's kind of like doing her nose picking thing again, and like flicking it away, and she's like, "Are you like the boss or something of this group?" He's like really hesitant and like wants you to call the shots. I guess you got him whipped. You got him whipped good, Willow.
I'm the
So
closest they have.
well, he's saying your call.
Yeah, no, we need to backtrack. We need everybody to figure out what we're gonna do here.
Okay.
Am I
Okay.
next to Willow? If I'm close by, I'm gonna be like, Willow, we need to do something. Maybe we should go say hi. They're just playing music.
What if Melvin? What if Melvin jumps in to just break the situation, and then that way we can have his back, and he's already a bard. Like yeah.
So yeah, let's say you say that to in Thieves' Cant to your sister, Sneak. And then yeah, Sly's like playing this game of telephone, like what the fuck is going on here? And she looks at Melvin and she's like, I guess you're the boss now. She's kind of whispering, and you call the shot with music or something.
Whispering to everybody, I think that's a great idea, but I think we need to not ambush him. So pull back, send Melvin first, ready to back him up if need be, but approach as non-threateningly and non-creepily up in a tree as possible.
I'm staying in the tree.
So Melvin is like really like, oh no, me? He's got stage fright, but he's gonna get it together. So in fact, Melvin plays the harp. So
Okay.
Melvin thinks about it for a second, kind of gulps nervously and asks the party, should I try that? Can I retcon that he's told them maybe like licks about Melodia? Or should I use the tide? He asks the party. Sorry.
Didn't you transform as Melodia? Are you saying that you transformed as Melodia when Lord Soth appeared? So
Right. Do they know about my new like do in
No
character,
one
do they
does.
know?
About your
Okay.
subclass and your experience with Melodia? No one. Only Sneak saw you like a weird little magic thing. Like, your eyes kind of glowed, something kind of odd. And then Sneak was like, "Are you okay?" And you're like, "Yeah." And you're like back. So I mean, that's the most that anyone saw about that experience. And
Okay.
Sneak was, I'm guessing Sneak, you were just like, whatever, weird magic people things.
That's okay. What Melvin's gonna do, Melvin's gonna take out the harp.
Nice.
Um, Let me go ahead and roll a performance
Yeah.
check. So what I'm gonna attempt to do is come in very softly, but in like harmony and like counter melody. Like he's gonna try and
Okay.
add
So you're gonna try to add to this,
to the
to what they're
loop with
playing?
that little
Love
handheld
that.
harp.
That's awesome. Okay. So yeah, do a performance check. Yeah, and they're still jamming away, unaware of all of this, with the sneaky
I don't know
thieves'
why
cant.
that rolled so many.
It would be the first one, I think.
Jesus Christ. Well
Which is
then.
perfect. So you are accompanying it miraculously. You're doing a lot of the bass lines, doing these nice, beautiful little arpeggios on your harp. Maybe Melvin's a little nervous at first, but then you really got into it. You got into this bubble of a performer.
They're having fun. Melvin's vibing,
And then
when you're doing something
this,
great and it just feels so natural and it's just like flowing.
yeah, and this individual actually hears this and looks a little surprised, and stands up with their lute and then looks at you and kind of like is moving their shoulders around and like really matching you and looking you in the face. And they have to go down pretty low because they're pretty tall. And yeah, you get a really clear. Let me see if I could just make them bigger here.
Ooh.
Can you see that? I made it a little bigger just to kind of make it clearer. So they have this beautiful regal clothes, this red, goldish, blackish, beautiful regal clothes with whatever that's called. What is that? Like a little scarf, little beautiful scarf. They don't
Ascot?
have that. What is it called?
A neckerchief? An
Neckerchief?
ascot?
An ascot. Okay, yeah. So very
A neck
nice,
ruffle?
pristine. You got all the names, right? So yeah, an ascot. I like that. And yeah, and then they have that mask. That mask is the same mask that you are looking at right now as they're jamming out with you, and it's a beautiful performance. Um, you guys jam out actually for 1 minute ish, meaning you do meet the threshold of your enthralling performance if you wanted to cast it on anyone of your friends or yourself. I'm more so saying that as a rule reminder for myself because I think you have to perform it for a minute. I'm
He would
guessing you
have
don't want to.
he would have I think the way that one works is that he has to transform to do a lot of
Oh, you're
those like
right. You're
really
right. You're right.
special ones.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
since
yeah.
he's just Melvin right
Yep.
now,
Yeah, but that threshold was met in case you wanted it. So it's more of a
oh,
rule thing for me. So forget about it. I'm just being a nerd. Um, but yeah. So you guys perform for like a minute. Sly's actually kind of dancing around, and Ma is like vibing, and Ma's like kind of whispers like, "Oh, what lovely music," um, and she puts her crossbow away. And then this tall individual, you guys finish your little duet there. And this tall individual looks at you, Melvin, and says, um, yeah, they're masked, right? And they go, my, what exquisite harp playing, darling. That was amazing.
well,
What
thank
barding
you.
school did you go to?
Well, nothing really all that formal, I guess. I'm still learning a lot, but I'm trying hard. My name's Melvin. He does sort of a bow.
Oh, yes, how rude of me. I'm Misko. I am just Misko. A pleasure to meet you. And he kind of does this very formal bow and grabs your hand very, grasps it with one hand and then kind of puts the other one and like shakes it very kindly. Um, and then they look at you and say, am I taking your performance spot? It's just such a beautiful day out here and the sun hits just right. I needed a little wind down in nature after that hectic festival. I'm guessing you were at the Kingfisher Festival as well.
Oh, was I ever? That was really something else. It was terrible.
Oh, terrible. The food, I guess, could have been better in some places. Well,
The
I hope my
food,
performance wasn't terrible to you.
no,
Uh,
the food, but didn't weren't you there for the reenactment?
oh no, why would I watch that Civil War-ish hogwash? No, I was not interested in that. I actually took my leave as I guess the reenactors headed out for that, and that's where you find me here, my friend, just practicing. For you see, I am a traveling musician and adventurer of sorts.
Well, y- yeah, yeah. Melvin's thinks that's sus too.
Go ahead, do it at disadvantage.
Why disadvantage?
They're impossible to read. They have a mask on. They have they're
Oh,
this will be very subtle if you find anything. First one's good. So the benefits of a disguise, or
bitch,
oh, what the
bitch.
fuck? Okay. So yeah, so with a 15, you are surprisingly still swayed by this person. They feel, it's hard to tell. There's not really any physical features that you can see, like no twitching, no nervousness or anything like that. Um, you kind of feel like they're telling the truth, and it seems like there's a warmth to their tone. Um, and Yeah, and yeah, you don't really notice. I mean, you're still, I would say you're still like cautious. You're still like, okay, I guess they didn't go to the reenactment. You kind of connect the dots that like people like Audrey didn't go to the reenactment. It's not an event where like everyone went, right? It's only the people that wanted to participate. So it's very, it's a decent alibi, that not everyone went, especially a traveling, maybe a traveling performer who was just kind of there for the festival. Um, yeah, but you don't notice anything. Hmm. I'm trying to think if I can give you something. It's just with the mask.
No.
Yeah, maybe he does a little like hand thing.
Okay. So Melvin,
He kind of says like battle and swords and things of that nature aren't really my style. I'm more of a taverns and jolliness and seeing the beauty of nature
well,
and
my
of course
friend
performing.
Melvin sort of thinks about it. He's still not really trusting. He's
Sneak. Sorry. Keep going. Sneak. Do an intelligence check for me real quick.
he's
Keep going.
basically feeling a little bit like nervous almost, but like he thinks that it's weird that he can't get a read on this guy. So he's gonna try a different tactic. He's gonna say, "My friend, I'm so sorry to tell you this, but a terrible tragedy has befallen Vogler."
Oh, uh, what happened?
There was an attack. It was like something out of the
During the
history books.
reenactment?
During the reenactment, and my friend, nay, I tell you unto this merrily this day, there hath
Oh,
been an attack, and it seemed to echo, well, the very founding of James Vogler's rebellion.
oh dear. I'm unfamiliar with that history. I guess I should have paid more attention at the festival and that booth that that young man was trying to tell me some history about. But
He-
that's horrible. I thank you
They're
for the
dead.
warning. I should leave. This is
But no, you shouldn't leave. Um, well,
Melvin, as
it
you,
might not be.
yeah, go ahead and hold that because Sneak, you rolled a really high intelligence. Sneak, you finally, no, you didn't? I mean, it's a 19. It's a
So okay, so I have two intelligence, right? So I have one that's +3 and one that's +1.
so one's
So
a save. So
I accidentally
it's
rolled my
not a
saving
save, yeah.
throw.
But your other one's
So
better, so it's really good.
okay, so that would be, so that one I rolled was a 19 +1, but we could go 15 +1.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So sneak. That's okay. It finally clicked. You remember in Mount Kawamba when you jumped through the waterfall, you opened a chest and there was a note where the bag of holding was. And that note was from someone named Misko the Adventurer. You finally connect the dots. You're like, maybe you're like, I don't know, scratching your butt and you like grab this note and you're like, and it finally like comes together. Um, so this, yeah, and that was a really weird, secretive area behind the waterfall with weird, like there was a bed. It looked like a really nice camp area. And then that chest with the gift, it seemed like just a random gift and a powerful gift at that, a bag of holding. Melvin, but let's go back to you, Melvin. Sneak, you can sit on those thoughts. Melvin, you don't know this.
And that mean, well, you shouldn't go anywhere. It might be dangerous. Maybe you should come back to town with me.
Um, okay. Well, this was not what I was expecting. I do appreciate that. I think I can make
Melvin.
my I can make my oh Melvin, yes, of course. Melvin. I believe I know the way back. I have a small ship that I took into town with some of the travelers. This is tragic news though. Oh gods. Were you in this battle? Are you a warrior?
A warrior.
You're
No.
describing this as if you were right there fighting.
Oh, well, I was watching and I tried to help the others, but that's not all. My friend, I I think we were watching the tide. I know it's hard to
Hmm.
believe.
Um, well, no, I've felt strange myself. Um, and I might actually know a little bit of what you're talking about. The power of the tide is very intoxicating. I've actually been trying to push it away and just focus on my music.
Mm, to be so close to perfection is intoxicating. The tide, it's something we really can't explain, but it was active, doing something during that battle. Um,
Well, my friend,
yeah,
this is gonna sound a little odd. I feel compelled to help you for some reason. It seems you're a good-natured lad, and well, I'm a bit of an eccentric adventurer myself, and so trust me, I can make it back to town well and truly alone. Um, this is going to be weird, but since you have been so open to me, I'll open up a little as well. You see, I've come across some horrible misfortunes, which is describes why I hide myself this way. And I've decided to take a new route in life where I travel and see the beauties of the world and try to remind myself that there's things worth fighting for and singing for again. Um, but although I've been misfortunate, I still have wealth and inheritance from my past. And well, I've left chests around to help out fellow adventurers as yourself in the different places I've seen. There's one under Vogler's Crossing. Um, you might find some items there that will help you out. You'll need to climb a bit, so be careful. Don't slip and fall in the river. Um, but yeah, underneath the crossing, if you go a little inside, you'll find a chest, and some of my wares are there.
that I think would trigger Melvin's memory that I'd like to do either an intelligence save or an insight check because
Sure.
Melvin had to read Waterfall
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
let the
I was
chest to
behind something
launch Sneak.
crazy. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it was written in
My only
Elvish.
hesitation, you can definitely do this. My only hesitation is I don't know how much Sneak told you guys about what he saw behind that waterfall. I think he probably said everything, I think. Um,
I think
I
I
don't
share
know
the
if
bag
he,
of holding with them, so like
for sure, yeah, yeah, yeah,
I've
yeah. So you
definitely
must
told
have
them
told that
probably everything.
story. Yeah, okay.
Hmm.
So what do you want to do? I would say probably intelligence at this point because it's like a memory.
Do you want me to do save or
No, no, no.
straight?
So a save, guys, a save is only that's an attack. So
Oh,
that's like if a mind flayer is trying to take over your brain, that's when you do an intelligence save. This is just a check. So saves are always some kind of like attack. So when I say a dexterity saving throw, someone's like blowing fire at you and you need to like jump out of the way or something. When I say a dexterity check for like just stealthing or whatever, that's different. Yeah, so just normal intelligence. Yeah, what's everyone else doing? Are you all kind of just still vibing around,
geez
kind of
Louise.
spying on this conversation? Holy shit, the dice are on your side. Yeah, so you connect the dots. You connect the dots. You actually remember Sneak saying like Masco or Misco or whatever. He just kind of like maybe brushed that name aside, but he's like, yeah, I found it. It was behind here. It was really cool. Weird bed stuff. Um, and
That
yeah, you connect those dots, Melvin.
Melvin's gonna take the opportunity to sort of perk up and be like, wait, guys, I I think this is okay. And he's gonna like explain to me, so like, of course these are trying times. Of course, we didn't mean you harm, but we needed to make sure you didn't mean harm to us or to the town. So that's
Yeah,
how he's
so he
kind of
kind of like
smoothing.
stands back in like surprise as you
But
yell out, and he's like, "Oh, okay. Please don't ambush me. I don't have too much coin. I trust you, Melvin."
I think Sneak's I'm Colton, sorry. I think Sneak would like rush out of the tree with like right in front of him, like so fast, with like letter in hand, like
Oh
shilling him.
shit.
Like maybe not even speaking, just like out of nowhere, just like shink.
Yeah. And he's like, oh, he's definitely taken aback by that. And he's like, oh, and you're just showing the note to him. And then he goes, okay. Well, it seems that you all are true adventurers yourselves, people of class and of bravery and courage. Well, it's a pleasure to formally meet all of you. I am Misko the Adventurer, as I've been telling your good friend Melvin here. Um, so what's your name, good sir? You seem to have found my treasure in Mount Kawamba.
Yeah, I did appreciate that, man. It was kind of an unexpected find, but I really appreciate it. Love the items.
Yes, I didn't need that bag of holding anymore, so I'm very happy it's being useful for you all. Especially since it sounds like you're all trying to take care of Bogler. Terrible what's happening. Yes, well,
Melvin briefly repeats to Sneak that, in fact, our new friend Misko has been so gracious to share that there's another item he's hidden under Vogler's Crossing, but he kind of drops his voice down low.
and that's the destroyed bridge at Bogler. So underneath it somewhere, I guess on the like rocky cliffs underneath it, there's a chest.
But excuse me, go on, Misko.
Oh, that is all. Really, I am just a performer and adventurer, just trying to bring some excitement and maybe inspiration back into my life. Um, but I must say, meeting you all, and then he kind of looks at you, Willow, um, and he says, "You, you look familiar." And then he's starting to kind of click the dots. He's like, "Oh, yes, you looked so sad. I did. Yes, I saw you all walking back from the reenactment. You were on a horse. Did your horse make it out?"
Wasn't originally my horse, but yes, she did.
Oh, it seemed. This is going to sound strange, but as I was telling Melvin, I do have some connection to the tide, and I felt a powerful bond forming between you two. Um, well, I don't have much. I was going to put this in a chest. But well, actually, do you? What's your name?
My
He's
name?
looking at you. Yeah,
Oh, name's Willow.
Willow. Pleasure to meet you. And he does a very elegant, grabs
I
your
like
hand,
to nod
whatever,
her head
shakes it.
down.
Yeah. Do you? I know it sounds you just met that horse. You obtained it in that horrible battle. That's an incredible bond, an incredible way to start a friendship and a bond. Do you love that creature?
Yeah, as much as one can love something that tried to kill them and then you turned it to your side.
That's wondrous indeed. What stories you can tell with such a horse. Well, my friend, I used to have a beautiful mare myself, but she's not with me anymore. So maybe you could take better use of this. And then he reaches into his bag of holding, takes out a ring that has a horse on it. And then he says, do you, and then he looks at you, Melvin, do you know, did you learn of attunement in your college?
Uh, uh,
And then
yeah, I
maybe
don't.
Melodia?
y-
Maybe
Yeah, I don't know
Melodia's
if he's
kind of kicks
gonna.
in your brain.
Yeah,
I don't know if they'll help you.
okay. Do I?
She would know.
I don't know how to
This
argue.
is super basic.
Yeah,
You don't
I
need to,
do
she would know.
know. Okay.
So attunement is the process of attuning to a magic item. You can only attune to 3 magic items. Um, and so Melvin, yeah, you kind of know the process somehow. You don't know if it's Melodia speaking or maybe some of the readings that you've kind of put upon yourself, but you're familiar with the process. Um, and then he looks at you, Willow, and says, "Well, if it's any help, anything I can do to help with Vogler, this is the best I can think of right now. Um, you must, if you wish to protect your steed and keep it with you at all times in safety, attune to this ring while holding on and holding your precious steed. Once you do that, you can then summon your steed at will. Um, well, actually, once per long rest. Um, and it costs an action, and I'll send you what it is because I made this item up. Um, uh, and that way, if your horse is ever slain in battle, it'll just go back to the ring, and you can summon it again the next day. Um, and he's like, if you all are friends of Melvin, and Melvin seems like one of the kindest souls I've met, with an incredible harp playing skills, by the way, absolutely beautiful. I was taken away, actually, darling. Um, then you are a friend of mine. Here, please take this. I have no longer need of it. And he gives you, I called it the Ring of Animal Friendship. So basically, you can cast the Find Steed spell after you attune, um, but you have to attune. So to attune, it takes a short rest amount of time, so 30 to 1 hour ish, 30 minutes to an hour ish. And he did say you need to be with the creature you're trying to bond with on this ring. And then you can summon your horse um, whenever you want, pretty much, and take it, kind of carry it with you, a la Trinket, if you remember. Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly.
Yeah, I was really Holly was really hoping for something like that. Willow is going to say thank you very much.
Exactly
This
like a
is
Pokeball.
yeah, this is a wonderful gift, and I so appreciate it. Not really good at
Your
receiving
hand.
gifts, so she's going to offer him the cute little goldfish.
Oh, really?
He doesn't
Oh,
have to take it, but if he wants it, because
the
he did
little,
say
is
he
it
had his horse
mechanical?
and now he doesn't. Yeah, it's a little mechanical goldfish, but it's like a little pet.
Yeah, he grabs it and kind of is looking at it pretty deeply, and you actually hear his voice kind of break a little. He's like, "Oh, this this is precious. Are you sure you can part with a friend?"
Yes, I got him very recently, and I think that he'll be much better served in your care.
Well, if he loves music, then he's in good hands. Thank you. This is a precious gift, truly precious. And he kind of like hugs it, and he's like, sometimes it does get lonely in my travels. I really appreciate this. And
Yes, I
Ma
understand.
Ma kind of like breaks the silence after like this kind of emotional moment that started, and Ma's just like, "Oh, how lovely! I love pets." And Sly, you can tell Sly's kind of like looking up, trying to like not show emotion, kind of like trying to act cool. Um, awesome. He's like, "Well, it sounds like I should make my way out, and perhaps I can see if I can be of service in Vogler. I might have room in my ship if anyone's trying to leave." Um, is it Mayor Raven? Perhaps I'll consult her and see if she can provide guidance. But I don't want to interrupt whatever you all were up to, or I don't know if you're performing out here. But I feel the need to get out of here if this is a dangerous, if we are in danger. Um,
Well, sir, before you go, have you seen anything out of the ordinary? Any like hooded figures or anything near here?
hmm, oh, oh gods, no, hooded figures, no. I don't believe so. I must admit, I had not been paying too much attention. I was quite lost in my performance. Um, but yeah, I mean, I see this strange wagon over there that was overturned. I rummaged through and didn't see signs of anything dangerous. It looks like it's been maybe rotting for a little bit. I'm sorry, dear. No, I have not seen any individuals. You're the first individuals I've seen out here.
Forget about the
Yeah,
owl
I
bear.
was. What'd you say? You tell me about the
I
owl
was
bear
gonna
too?
say, yeah, I was gonna say, watch out for the owl bear.
Oh, lords. Okay, yes. Look for the trees. Look for the claw marks. Get away from pellets. Okay, yep. That's more than enough notice for me. Thank you, my dear friend, my dear Sneak. And hopefully you can find more of my treasure chests. I've tried to lay them around everywhere I've traveled, so do look out for any suspicious locations. I do set up camp and leave gifts for whoever can find them.
Will do. Safe travels, buddy.
Well, the bronze bombers will be the first ones to find many or find lots of your treasures.
Do you say that? Do you say the bronze bombers?
Yeah, we have. Yeah, yeah. Melvin uses it
Ah,
for the
the
first
bronze
time.
bombers. Perhaps I will come up with a song for you all next time we meet. Bronze bombers, so valiant and brave. Um, yes, I will head back to Calaman, and maybe our paths will cross if you ever find yourself there. Um, but truly a pleasure to meet you all. And I hope you're doing all right. And he looks at you, Lyx. Um, it seems that I can sense the burden within your heart, my dear. Um, so do remember that you have good friends and loved ones who care about you. Well, thank you.
Sorry, in my head, like, does Misko come to the Vogler, the Kingfisher Festival every year? Because I'm thinking I'm just kind of like fangirling with like anime eyes in the background.
No, no, it
Oh,
was the
okay,
I'll say though, you recall you because I remember that Lyx, you saw him walking by you, and maybe you were like kind of like taken aback then, but you
sure.
didn't. Lyx and Melvin, you didn't talk to him. He kind of just walked by and went to like get food or something. Um, yeah, and yeah, you noticed him, and you're maybe then you were like, whoa, mysterious and tall or something, and now he's like he said what he just said, and you're
Sure.
fawning even more.
Thanks.
Um, and then he like kind of touches your shoulder and like kind of says like, of course. Well, an absolute pleasure, and I'm gonna get going before I get caught up in any of these dangers that you're all saying. Um,
Yes,
thank
thanks.
you all for inspiring me. Truly, I feel a song coming in me and developing, but I should probably find safety first. Um, and yes, and perhaps I'll see you in Bogler. If not, I will make my leave to Calaman. Bronze Bombers, an absolute pleasure to meet you all. And then he kind of like walks away. He's got kind of like a weird like confident but like kind of sassy-ish stride about him. He's got
A
his loot on.
sachet?
Sorry, he's chewing up a book. Yeah, and he puts his loot on his back, and he's kind of like lightly humming to himself, and just kind of has this like loving swagger about him as he walks away into the foliage of the woods. And our new friend Misko is gone. And you all finally know who Misko the Adventurer is, that mysterious individual leaving, I guess, treasure chests around wherever they travel. And yeah, Ma's like, he was so lovely.
He was.
And then Sly's like, yeah. What are we doing again? Just kind of just picking her nose. And
We are
yeah, Willow and
bad
Sneak,
guys and
you
avoid
both,
owl bears.
yeah, and Willow and Sneak, you definitely know this is where you guys fought, those people originally.
Maybe there are clues around. Probably not, right? They probably wouldn't go back, right? Should we investigate this area to maybe see if there's something that could perpetuate us further?
I was gonna say, is there anything that
further?
Sneak didn't steal? Because I'm already forgetting his name.
Riss?
Misko
Oh,
just said
Misko. Yeah.
Misko just said that there was nothing left on the thing, but I think that Sneak really only took the gold, and then I took the letter as proof of us not being
What
the ones.
happened? Yeah, you guys can still investigate the area if you want. Just tell me like what you're trying to do.
I'm gonna look for like drag marks or any other signs that things were taken after we left.
Okay. So does anyone help Willow out with this?
I will as well, but I might also look to see if I can find any specific like trinkets or fabrics again. Like I want to see if I
Okay.
can see any like
So
hints of.
yeah, I'm gonna say this is actually a survival check because we're kind of looking for tracks. I guess you could use investigation if you want, if you prefer that. Sneak for what you're describing, it sounds a little more survivally because you're looking for maybe tracks. Actually, Willow's yours sounds like survival too because you're looking for drag marks. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Okay. Oh shit. Here we go. Nice. Look at that. The good karma. The good karma of not murdering a random person. Um and yeah, and the dice have answered. Yeah, I'm gonna say no one else has to roll because those are great rolls. And you all actually find tracks. And it's a mix of tracks. You find what look to be boots. Sometimes they kind of scruffle away and disappear. But then you see these three-toed reptilian kind of feet. And you see them, and they're tracking kind of northish, westish, and then north again. Are you guys gonna follow them all the way through? It seems like you've both have worked. You're kind of working together, uh, back where it all began, and finding what seems to be a pretty clear trail to somewhere.
Think we have missed some things, Willow. I'm glad we found something. Should we follow them?
Yeah, I'd say we round up the rest of them and slowly follow.
Yeah. Okay. This actually takes about an hour of you guys walking and following the tracks that kind of disappear every now and then, but with you guys' incredible dice checks, you're able to find it again. In Sneak, at times you do find actually some red cloth. You find some red cloth, some fabric, scraggled on some branches in some of these places. They help you get back on track with where the footprints are with your natural 20 survival check. And Willow, you are, helping Sneak out. I'm actually gonna say, since you guys did so well, you actually make it in about 40-ish minutes. So not quite an hour. You save some time. And you guys have made it to what looks to be the edge of a giant cliff, and beyond it looks like canyons, beautiful canyons, but also, deadly looking canyons, as you can see vultures flying around. You can tell that like below this giant cliff is probably like a really big opening that opens up to the northern waste. So you're actually at the southernmost point of this dreaded northern waste, and we're actually ending up over here. So you guys end up here. You guys are at the west side, or east side, sorry, of this cliff. Everything beyond here is incredibly high up. You guys are very high up, and there's an opening. There's probably an opening there, and beyond you can see the canyons. This is where you're seeing like the northern canyons up here, um, and yeah, and this is where the tracks led.
Okay. Does it seem to be a cave over there? Or can I not see that yet?
No, so yeah, this is a pretty rocky place. This is not a cave. There isn't like a clear cave you can see. There might be a path heading down here, but it would start sloping down and you would kind of be falling down this big cliff. It looks like it's manageable to scale, but it would take, some effort, and it could be risky if someone slips. And then yeah, you can tell that beyond over here is just somewhere really high up. But from where your vantage point right now, you can't really tell what's down there, or how high up really you are. But you imagine it's high because all ahead is brownish, grayish canyons, and really tall. What are they called? Steps. Um, yeah. So, and the sun is kind of starting to get lower and lower as it shines through these canyons and splits, as the overcast kind of gets more and more over you guys, and it's actually starting to get a lot darker. Um, yeah, so you guys
From
make it here.
from this vantage point that I moved to, like,
Mhm.
do I have a sense of the space? I'm kind of confused. Is this stairs that I'm walking up or
Yeah,
stairs
this
down?
down. So yeah, you guys came from here, from over here. Over here is just a giant cliff. It's kind of really rocky. It's too rocky to see anything over here. So in here, these rocks are kind of creating some shade down here, right? So these rocks right here are all above in that area. There's some bigger boulders over here. Same thing over here. These are kind of rocks providing some cover here. So a little bit of a sheltered rock area over here. And then over here it's completely open. Um, and but yeah, from your point of view, Lyx, you're heading down here, so you wouldn't want to go there, because then you wouldn't want to go here because you would fall off like 10-ish, 20-ish feet. So yeah, there seems to be some kind of natural stairs that lead downward. Oh yeah, no, you don't. I should have hidden that.
Well, I think I will just kind of should I
You
do
guys can do a perception check. You guys can do a
I
perception check.
keep slowly moving down, kind of hunching?
Yeah, you all can do a perception check, and we can take a break for sure. Yeah. Do you guys want to stop here, or you want like one more quote unquote or pun intended cliffhanger?
Nice. Well,
Oh shit, these are
looks
bad.
like most of us rolled perception, yeah.
These are pretty bad. Oh. Yeah, I mean, sneak with a 13, you kind of hear that faint. Oh yeah, +2, it's a 15. Okay, yeah, you hear um okay, a 15 is decent. You definitely hear what sounds like a fire that was put out. You hear that kind of like sizzle, like and it's kind of in this area, right? Over here. But sneak with a 15, you also kind of hear what sounds like some kind of rustling below, way below in this cliff. Sounds like rustling, maybe movement, maybe very light. voices, perhaps. From where you are, it's still a little hard to tell, but you can tell there's some activity going on. And Sly also kind of heard the fire and kind of signals at you, Sneak, and says, be on alert. And then she kind of sighs and says, be on alert, I hear fire. And says it to all of you. Or I hear what sounds like some kind of fire.
As soon as I hear be on alert, axe comes out.
Cool.
Yeah, I equip. Well, I'm already equipped, but yeah, I'm just gonna get perked and alert, but I might wait until the break.
Okay.
Perked and alert.
Yeah. All right. So do you guys want to stop here, or is there anything else you guys want to do before we take a break? Break? Okay, let's do it. All right, let's come back in 10 minutes.
Okay, so I heard the fire go out. And so I would like to, did everybody hear it or did just me and Sly hear it?
I think
Just
Sly
means Sly-
said it once, though.
Okay. Well then, if Sly signaled everybody, then I might. Were you closer, Lyx? Did you crouch down over close by there?
Yeah, do you see my token? I'm the one that's like further out on the stairs. So I'm not sure, like from this vantage point, if I can see anything more. But I'm trying to kind of stay close to that wall too.
Okay, maybe we can send you out further, but I can maybe get a catty corner to you or something to provide some support just in case.
Yeah,
Since you're
I
already
think
out front.
I would love to move in unison with someone.
Okay, so if you want to, if you want to move closer, maybe I'll hit the top rocks or something and see if I can still stay hidden.
Can you guys still hear me? Can you hear me?
I can
Now
hear
I
you.
can.
Perfect. I figured it out. Got my laptop. Okay, I'm still listening. So do what you guys are.
All right.
So which
So,
ones are you heading for?
yeah, you move first, and then I'll follow you, so I can know what side to get an angle on.
Okay. Well, then I'll keep just slowly moving to the second to last stair.
Okay. Then I'm gonna just try to hit the upper mode, but I'm gonna try to be up here and still hidden.
Could you guys roll a stealth check actually?
Heard.
And can you guys hear the music again? Should be able to. Cool. I'll play a little suspense.
Well, it's just gonna post up like, right at the top of the stairs. So do I
Mine's
also
+3,
Oh my gosh.
Oh shit.
so I got 4
Well, it
altogether.
isn't. It is a
nat
nat
one.
one though. Yeah. So modifiers don't matter.
Sorry, Lyx.
Yeah. So you guys, I'm gonna actually say you stumble.
Well, but if I got an 18, would I still be hidden?
Yeah, but Sneak, you stumble. Are you
Oh, no.
climbing up here? You climbed up here, Sneak? Okay, do an acrobatics check, I think. We're still gonna care about this stealth.
And then +3.
Oh god, so you definitely stumble, my friend. So Sneak, you fall down as you're climbing up. I'm actually gonna say you tried to make your way up. You fall down and kind of fall on these stairs. Thankfully, it wasn't 10 feet yet, because you failed so bad that you didn't quite hit that. But you made quite the commotion, and rocks are kind of falling around. Lyx, you react really well, and maybe make your way over here and hide with that high of a roll. In reaction to Sneak's kind of stumble there. So a lot of noise comes out of this area. You're all kind of silent, I'm assuming, for a second. And maybe 2 minutes pass and nothing happens.
I think I'm gonna signal for sneak, beckoning, and kind of be like, "You good?"
And Sly's kind of like giggling, like, what a doofus.
Can I look in the area? Like, can I see if there's
Yeah,
anything between the rocks?
yeah, you are definitely being blocked to see what's in this opening, probably valley. But you can definitely look forward, and you do see that like a little fire pit that looks to be sizzling out. And actually, it starts to rain a little bit. It's starting to rain just a little bit, just a little pitter pattering, and that's kind of adding to that. So it still seems like it's fresh, but it's been put out, and it seems like it was probably put out before the rain even hit.
Well, I guess. What is Melvin and Willow doing?
Didn't they roll? No, they rolled perception.
Yeah, no, Willow was still just posted up at the top. She heard Sneak tumble down, probably giggled a little, but then kind of like got back into ready for whatever's coming.
Melvin
Yes.
similarly was drawing like circles, his boot in the dust, but then everybody started drawing steals.
I guess maybe I'll just like try to quick dash to where Lyx is just to provide support. Maybe just back since I can't be up in sneaky. Maybe
Sure.
I'll just have her back.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I'll say that you do that. You guys aren't in combat, so you move like the wind, doing your scouting abilities, and you're right next to. Do you want to be behind, front? Cool. Yeah, and you can also see what's Lyx just saw that kind of fire being sizzled out as the rain starts to provide some cover and noise. It's very light though, still very light, and the sun is still out.
Can you tell if anybody's there, Lyx?
All I saw was that fire. Should we just walk around and see if we can find anything?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So let's stay close to the rock. And like I'll just kind of circle around to here. And do you want me to do another perception or nothing? I just see the
So
same.
you're still being blocked right here. There's still a big kind of rock jetting upward. So you would need to be over here to be able to see a little better.
I think creeping around is still a good idea.
I'll move here.
Okay. Yeah, still nothing. You can, if you want, you could do a perception check.
Do you think I should maybe move around that rock on the
I
other
got a
side?
20.
Oh,
You got a 20, not 20?
I got 19 plus 1.
19, okay, plus 1. You hear voices straight below, like way below. You could tell you're definitely hundreds of feet above, but there's definitely some voices, and maybe some, I don't know, some rummaging. It sounds like things being dragged, maybe wagon wheels,
Okay.
maybe crates being pushed.
Sneak, I know you just kind of had a tumble, but do you think you can climb up on that rock and look down below?
yeah.
Which rock?
Hold on. Give me a second. This one, oh, that one right there, or this one right here?
Well, Cristian,
Okay.
I guess the map kind of confuses me. Is this the lowest point?
This is death. This is way down. Yeah. So ignore that. You guys don't really know what's there. It's not that. I mean, yeah, there is rock, way down there, but
So if Sneak's on this rock, he has no vantage.
he could see. Oh no, he could see. He'll be able to see
Okay,
everything.
That's the rock I was talking about.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. All right, Sneak,
try
do
to do
another athletics check. I'm guessing let's do it at advantage because let's say Lyx, you're gonna help him out. I'm guessing. Let's
Where's
use
the-
that. Let's.
I could give a little gust to push
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, or just he could jump on you or something. Whatever you want to do. You want
You
to
said
use a spell?
athletics?
Yeah. Or yes, because it's climbing. It's climbing. Athletics is climbing. And this is
All right.
steeper. Before it was kind of more like you had to slide through. It wasn't as steep of a rock. This is a pretty steep climb. You're actually rock climbing here.
All right. Athletics, 8, and then I could roll one more, right? Because it's at an
Yeah, at
advantage.
advantage because Lyx is helping you. Oh, there we go. And okay, I think your strength is +0, right? So that's correct. Okay. Yeah, Sneak. You know, after Lyx helps you out, I don't know if you guys want to describe it. What does this look like?
Maybe
You're muted,
she
Abbey.
does that little like thing to me, and I just take a step back and I just rush forward. She slithers me up, dude, and I let Lee fly up.
Yeah, and Sly and everyone, you guys are just watching like these the little short ones, kind of sneaking around in this little canyon campy area. And yeah, Sneak, you make it up to the top. And I would say to make a perception check, but you just see it because it's unmissable.
What do I
You
see?
see a giant valley opening up to the northern waste. Down below, you can see dozens of low fires, different red tents spread out in camp. You see patrols moving in robes. You see these reptilian creatures without robes. You see all kinds of humanoids. You see elves. You see tieflings. You see ogres. You see thousands of soldiers. You see an army wearing red with red flags, red tents, waiting at the bottom of this valley, only about an hour and a half from your treehouse home, and about 2 hours, maybe 3 hours from Vogler. It's an army of thousands of people.
I'm going to tell Lix immediately, dear Great Buddha, I don't know what God they have. I do, but I'm gonna say, hey, there's a whole bunch of hubbub down there. It's not looking real good. We should probably, I don't even know what to do, but we should probably be ready.
I would say get down from the rock and we have to like book it back to town.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. We gotta warn the town people, dude. We should probably maybe stop by my house and let them know too.
For sure, for sure. Do you want help getting down?
I'll just jump down.
Okay. Yeah. So Sneak, you're just standing. I just kind of want to repaint that image. Like little Sneak makes it up. Brave Sneak peeks over, and maybe for the first time in a long time, Sneak, it seems like you're terrified. It doesn't matter that your Kender, your Kender instincts and bravery within you. This is something that looks insurmountable. So you jump down. You tell Lyx, and what do you guys do? Still on.
I'm hustling. I'm hustling back to Melvin and Willow.
All right. And Sly's like, "What'd you see? What's going on?"
I'm imagining I'm a little winded and I'm like, there's an army. He saw it. He could describe it better. We gotta go.
Move, move, move! We gotta go! We gotta go!
Can you all make a perception check?
Oh,
Yeah. Sneak, you're ready to get out of there. You're not trying to pay attention. You're like, I need to get home. I need to tell my family we are in trouble. 20. Oh shit. 20, 18. Hell yeah. 13 Lyx. Lyx, you're also pretty razzled. I mean, you can see that the rain is picking up. And Melvin, Lyx, you obviously notice this. It starts to pour, the rain. Lyx, maybe the emotions get into you. You're not really able to pay too much attention. But Willow and Melvin, you hear coming around from this corner. It sounds like footsteps, a bunch of footsteps coming up. You hear some murmurs. It sounds like something's coming up.
I think this is going to be enough to make Melvin transform.
Okay.
So Melvin's going to touch. You guys, I think I need Melodia's help. I can't do this. Taps out. So he is enveloped in light. There's like a very Sailor Moon-esque transformation. Melvin's hair kind of grows longer. He gets like some fabulous glitter. Oh yeah, he's growing tall. He goes from 5'4" to literally 6'3" in heels. Like this is a giant. He like not giant, but perhaps tall, respectably tall woman as Willow. So yeah, no. And she's gonna draw her sword.
So you guys just stand there?
I'm gonna say seeing. Oh, sorry. You go ahead, Lex. Sorry. So I'm gonna say seeing Melvin transform into Melodia, I'm like, okay, stealth's out. So she's just gonna fully like be ready, battle axe and shield in hand. Just post it up probably next to Melodia and in front of the two short guys.
I don't think there's nothing that we could collectively do.
Yeah.
Do we have bombs?
Yeah, I'm moving away.
Sly agrees with you. She's like, yeah, let's get the fuck out of here. And then she starts darting east or west or eastward. Starts running. And
Okay,
yeah.
as soon as I see people run, I'm running right with them.
I'm gonna run, but I'm gonna try not to run so fast as to leave my teammates because I know I could probably be home by now. But I don't want to leave my friends. So
Cool.
Willow's thinking,
okay.
shit, I wish my horse was here.
Yeah, Melvin and Willow, you all like see you immediately see like Sly, who also rolled a high perception, like dart in and be like, yeah, after the army, I'm not dealing with that, and is heading out. Um yeah, so you guys get a chance to kind of react quickly and move quickly, and as the rain starts picking up, um um yeah, let me see. Let me roll.
we went all the way to the top of the mountain just to run back down it.
Okay. Yeah, it seems like no one saw you guys at the moment. Um, the rain actually put them at disadvantage. So this is how rain works. The rain is picking up and it's actually getting really heavy. So rain, your perception is worse during the rain, and you guys are getting rained on. Yeah, and you kind of sort of make your way back to where you all thought you were. Maybe about 30-ish minutes pass, and you're back in the woods. And it's pouring rain. You make it to this area here. There's incredibly tall trees right here, a bunch of foliage there. And it's just raining as it's getting darker and darker. The surrounding area has a lot of foliage as well. Yeah, what do y'all do? So you guys make it, you hustle over here, and you all are kind of take a moment to catch your breath. You've been running for like 20-ish minutes maybe. In fact, why don't you all do a constitution check? While you think of what you do. Nat 20, Abby?
No, 17 plus 3.
Oh, okay. Nice.
But I think Lyx is like, why is there an army? What the fuck?
Yeah, so Sneak and Willow, you're actually both pretty winded. You're kind of catching yourselves, catching your breath. Um, and yeah, and surprisingly, or not surprisingly, Melodia and Lyx, you're doing all right, and you're able to kind of ask what the hell's going on. And Sly is like, yeah, that sounds like trouble. Not sure Vogler can handle something like that, or our treehouse for that matter. Ma, this now would be a good time for you to kind of come to your senses. And then Ma is kind of just like, how exciting.
Do you guys think it's because I killed that one guy?
To be honest,
I can promise you it's not.
Okay, I was worried.
And then like Sly looks at you, Sneak, and says, Sneak, did you do this?
I sure hope not, dude.
This is pretty fucked up if you did. Like, I mean, yeah, I don't know if you were trying to pull a prank or something, but geez, you killed someone who's in charge of a whole army?
Dude, well, he's kind of messing with my friend, dude. I didn't know what to do. I hope this isn't the same person, but I don't know. I don't know why these people would be attacking. I know we've been into some scandalous adventures lately, so I don't know if it's because of us, but I don't know why else they would want to attack our city or anything. There's a whole ass
Yeah.
army.
Sneak, you definitely saw, by the way, I forgot to say this when you looked, you saw what looked like more of those reptilian creatures, right? So the first creatures that you and Willow fought and they turned to dust. They were mixed in there, a lot of them.
Could be me and Willow's fault.
And Sly is like, oh, go ahead, Willow, go ahead.
Oh, she's gonna be like, do you really want to deal with this now?
Yeah, you guys have rain like pouring on you.
And we're running.
Willow, why didn't you even tell us your name? Melvin's been holding on to that.
Wait,
Now-
what do you say?
Melvin was like, why didn't you ever tell us your last name? Melvin's been holding on to that. In fact, I was like out of character typing a reaction, but I was like holding it back. So I think that conversation would trigger Melvin to be like, yes, we
Oh,
are going to do
shit.
this in the rain right here, right now. Right, Sneak?
So where are you guys? Just so I can get a better
100%.
idea. Sorry, could you guys spawn yourselves? I like this though. Keep cooking this conversation. You guys definitely came from here. And yeah. So okay, you're up there with Sneak. You kind of ran up there up to that point.
Yeah, this is happening.
Cool. I'm assuming Lyx is around there as well. Let's say that Sly is also there. So Willow, you're the closest, you're kind of heading down there?
Yeah, I'm trying to hide in the bushes if we're gonna have this whole conversation with an army not too far behind us, although they don't seem to be pursuing.
Okay. All right, so what do you guys say? Or sorry, what's happening again? So Melvin, you kind of like call out Willow.
Well, I don't
Melodia.
recall you ever asking.
What is it?
Man, you really don't pay attention. It's Venra.
I still don't understand what that means.
Well, it's my last name.
It feels like you've been hiding.
Yeah, that's kind of what I do.
And this Gregonis thing?
What about him? He didn't have anything to do with me.
What does he have to do with you?
I'm really doing this. He used to know me. He doesn't know me anymore, and he doesn't know anything now, so.
Why the mystery? Just tell us straight.
Because I have trust issues.
Why won't you trust us, Willow?
I'm sorry, we've been flying by the seat of our pants for what, 3 days now? only chaos has happened, and I'm still here, so that says a lot.
Well,
I trust him.
He looks to sneak for backup.
I trust her. I think she's right. If she wanted to tell us it was important, it probably would have been important. I just am wondering if anything that we've done here really has relativity to what's happening now. So if it doesn't have any I don't know, but just I don't know, does it?
I can promise you I thought I'd never see him again. I had no reason to believe he was here. Where we're from is very far from here, and we parted ways a long time ago.
So out of character, I was saying that I realized that Melodia would actually be talking. Sounds actually much better.
Melodia would be way more confrontational.
Absolutely, read a bitch. She's gonna look at her. All right, Willow Venra, you ain't fixing to get away with that for long. You get out of here, and then you and I are gonna have a long conversation, honey girl.
You just gotta ask questions. You didn't do that. So since everybody's got questions, Lyx, you got any?
Well, I just want to know that next time you'll give us a warning if one of your old friends shows up.
That's fair.
I
In
got one
fairness,
last question.
I would have if I had any clue what he was planning. He's always been a bastard, but not that bad.
So you think he has nothing to do with the army? That was just
Oh no, I think he does. I'm saying I have nothing to do with him.
right. The army that sneaks all over the cliff. Do you think that he would be involved in that?
Based on what the prisoner said, he was probably just a means to an end for them and not very high up in their organization. He was never very bright.
The last time we saw an army, you know who else we saw?
Yeah.
Do we know Soft's name? The armored guy.
No, we do.
You know him,
'cause-
Lauren.
Oh, right.
Backlund told you about Lauren Saw.
Do you have anything you should probably warn us about? Maybe we should know.
Sneak, as you say that, out of the treetops, right next to where you were, Willow,
A wild Pidgeotto.
a robed figure that strikes you as you all are ambushed by a creature that looks familiar to you, Willow. Do you remember the reptilian that was kind of had like a copper hue to their face? They had those spikes coming out, and they pointed at what were the minions.
I was gonna say the one leading fronts.
Yep. They come out of the woods, out of the treetop, right above the one where you placed yourself. As this individual comes out and strikes you twice on the back with a dagger, as you are being ambushed. And I rolled already, and this is at advantage for them because they stealth. And just so you all know, I tested my stealth versus your passive perception for everyone. But they did hit you for 11 damage. Six of that is poison damage. As you feel this horrible rush going through your body, make a Constitution saving throw, and everyone roll for initiative as you all are being ambushed, and they're going to get a full round on you as another one of them appears, and then actually a humanoid comes out of the woods as well. I'm gonna roll initiative too.
Alright, I should roll
So
initiative.
as Willow was going to share a little more about what to be cautious of from her past, or anyone else that you all should be aware of, someone kind of from her and Sneak's past comes and stabs you in the back as you roll a natural 20 fittingly, as you're being
No.
ambushed, taken by complete surprise. So the way an ambush works, and you guys can do this against me in the future if you stealth against enemies, is they get a full round against y'all no matter what the initiative is, and then we start at initiative. So did you do the Constitution saving throw? No, you did your initiative. I don't know if I missed the Constitution saving throw. It was 11. Oh no, that's from the past, or is that from running? No, it's 11. Oh God. Okay.
Yeah, no, it's 11.
You are now poisoned.
So that gives me disadvantage on
Exactly. So
what is it again?
all attack rolls and ability checks.
I'm gonna
You're poisoned. You are also, your body starts to stiffen up as you fall to the ground and you're paralyzed.
Oh no.
And this reptilian goes to your face and says, "No,
I can't hear it. I can't hear what you're
oh,
saying.
shit, really? That sucks. Okay, well, he's got a cool reptilian voice. I guess I can't do it with these headphones. But he says, I guess, or sorry, I don't forget faces. Now you will die for Takesis. I got her, boys! Finish her off! As they come out from the woods, yelling, ah! This comes up to you, Willow. Actually, no, it's this guy's turn. He comes up, and as you're on the ground, when you're paralyzed, they attack at advantage. That hits. I can track your health, or you have it already? Okay. All right. So yeah, this humanoid soldier comes up as you're paralyzed, Will. You fall to the ground, and this freaky reptilian person just stabbed you, and it paralyzed you, poisoned you. And now this other dragon, this other soldier comes out and just stabs you while you're on the ground. Sorry. Oh, there he is. Yep, he comes in and does 7 damage to you.
Y'all, if you could
Wow.
be in this room with me right now while Holly is literally shooting daggers at me, Errol, the real person.
Yes,
All right.
because this is Errol, the real person's fault. I wanted to keep going.
And then it's okay. I love it. I love it. This is amazing. And then actually this guy looks at you and just spits at you. She's like, clean her up. And then he runs at you, Lyx, and attacks you. Well, does a 10 hit?
It doesn't.
Yeah. So this like arrogant little soldier, he's much shorter than the other guy. Kind of has this like uglyish, dark greenish, sort of metallic skin about them. They have red robes. It's hard to tell anything else with the rain pouring down, but they miss. You're able to dodge them. And yeah, and the leader kind of yells at him and says, "You idiot!" And now we start at the top of initiative order. So it's this guy again, and he says, I'll kill her for you, boss." And then he stabs you again at advantage. Oh fuck! Does a Yeah, I think this hits. Yeah, it's a 21. 21 hit. And deals
What did you roll to hit?
21.
Hits.
And he deals 6 damage this time. Some of it's actually fire damage, not that that really matters. So Willow's looking very rough as your friend is getting pummeled here. And then this guy, it's his turn. He goes back up. Oh,
Sorry, Christian. Before you go too far in it, can you add Sly and Sneak and Me to the order?
Oh, you guys have to. You didn't roll for initiative, or I didn't add you.
rolled it
Oh,
by
sorry.
hand.
Yep. Okay, well, I did the guy who rolled a 20, so.
I did roll
not
it for
cheating.
No, I
initiative.
know.
I don't know why I didn't enter.
Sorry,
Okay, what'd you guys get?
I had 13 plus 1, but it came up 13.
Okay, so it should be 14. Let me add you. Where the heck are you, Sneak? Did I just cover you?
I was there a second ago. I don't know where I went. Do you want me to add it myself in again?
Yeah, sure. And Lyx, what'd you get?
10.
10? Okay. This is scary. All right, Sneak, you said 14, I think?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Oops. Scary part is they rolled well on initiative too. Oh god. Okay. All right. So Dragon Army Soldier went.
Well, and it's Sly part of it too.
Did I really not roll for her? Huh? I was too focused on the evil guys.
Let's collect all our allies.
Yeah. I was too focused on the evil guys. Good call. Good call. All right. She did not roll amazing.
Thank you, Lyx, for trying to save my life.
Listen, I'm not trying to see you get hit while you're down. We all just kind of piled on you.
Again, I wanted to run.
Totally.
I love it.
I
love the
Willow
drama.
to share. Talk
No,
about
no,
her feelings. For
It's great.
once.
Shared back in Bogler.
I was so scared. Melvin convinced me to stay and talk about our feelings.
Melodia did. Melodia
You're right,
girl
Melodia
bossed
did.
all of you.
All right, so we're starting with this draconian, or this person. They climb up. They kind of climb up this tree again and launch themselves, gliding at you, Sneak, as their next target. Oh God! So one of them you are able to dodge and counter. You block one of those hits, but the other one stabs you with a. Yep, this one, it definitely hits. It's a 22 to your AC. And it does... Are you keeping track of your health on your sheet? Or what are you doing? Okay. Sorry, I got a lot of dice here. Yeah, it does 7 damage to you. Not quite enough to spread that poison. They didn't get a good enough hit to spread the poison from within. But this creature climbed this tree quickly, glided at you, and struck like an assassin. Awesome. And then it says, and then it looks at you and says, "Time to die for Takesis Kender." And now we go to Sneak. Your turn.
Does my skirmish affect that? Because I have.
Oh, yeah. So he still
I'm
hits you, but you can move now as a reaction.
Okay.
You can. Is it half your speed or your full movement speed? I forget.
You're difficult to pin down during a fight. You can move up to half your speed as a reaction. Yeah.
Yep, and that's no opportunity attack. Yep. So he ended his turn. So that's the language that matters for my enemies. He ended his turn after he attacked you, but now you can like do your kung fu moves to get the hell out and get in a better position, hopefully. So you
All
can
right.
move right now as a reaction, and then it's your turn.
All right. So let's say he jumps down and he stabs me. He gets me pretty good. He gets me like, I don't know. Let's say he flies at me and he stabs me in my shoulder. Maybe I'm gonna jolt around and just like try to immediately get on his back and since I have that dagger
Uh-huh.
gauntlet thing that's already attached, I'm gonna just try to
Okay.
punch him straight down. Like if I can
Okay.
flip around and just punch straight down, maybe I'll try that.
Okay, so you're kind of like
A
twirling
bladed
around
strike.
him, it sounds. Are
Yeah.
you trying to like move here? Like twirling around him like that?
Yeah.
Okay, and you're using the dagger. I feel like I never sent you what that does. Let's just say it's a D6.
A
But
D6.
roll to hit. Roll to hit.
So roll the D20.
Yep.
All right, let me see here. Is that just, hold on, where's my dice here?
There's different enemies. Yeah, and next up we got Melodia. So think of
I
what
just
you're gonna
rolled
do,
my,
Melodia.
I got 2. I just rolled Constitution, but it's 2, but.
Oh, okay. Well, you'll still definitely miss. 'Cause it'll
Damn,
be it'll be plus your modifiers, but that's a miss.
I don't have a
One
modifier.
miss.
Wait, what do I hit? Okay, sorry. To a hit, what do I do? It's,
If you have your weapon, I think you could click it, and that adds it. But if you don't, it's just gonna be your proficiency bonus plus your attack modifier.
I don't know why I don't know. And
I
roll
think
20 is a little off for me. Because I don't
you
have it like put into my, oh, it's my
yeah
unarmed attack.
you have two character sheets, so I think we need to double check which one is the right one. So I don't know
Well,
if
I
you're
also
looking.
don't have like the gauntlet put in as a weapon.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
think
that's
that might be
something.
my issue. Because it doesn't have like hits or anything that I know for sure.
Yeah, no, I actually forgot to give you the dagger damage. I would say it's like a D6. I think that sounds fair. But you
Okay.
missed anyways. You missed your attack.
Hmm.
Um, you still have. All right. Last time I say this in this combat, you still have your bonus action and movement.
Okay. Um, I think I'm gonna just try to shoot with the crossbow.
You can't shoot as a bonus action.
Okay. Then I'm gonna just retreat. I'm gonna just hide real quick into this
Okay.
bush.
Where are you going? Go ahead and move and try to hide.
I may move just like right here.
Okay. You can roll to stealth.
Roll stealth.
Yeah. And then Melodia, you can go ahead and go while Sneak does that. Willow's looking very rough, so I'll make that clear. She's like paralyzed on the ground, maybe gagging,
Absolutely.
getting
So,
absolutely stabbed.
yeah,
Willow, yeah, I mean, this is bringing back bad memories, Willow, if I think. Um, this feels familiar to you.
yeah. So Melodia is actually gonna is horrified a little bit to be watching Willow get like absolutely ganked. So, um, first bonus action is gonna be Mantle of Inspiration.
Okay?
So I can pick 4 creatures that get 5 temporary hit points. So Willow, does that heal her 5?
No, so temporary hit points add to your health. So that it's still great. It's still great. It makes them hardier, but it doesn't heal them.
Oh.
Does she need
Okay.
to be conscious? Because she's pretty much incapacitated
Well,
for
the
all.
second one is going to be to cure wounds.
Okay. So,
Uh,
but you're still casting the Mantle of Inspiration on everyone, right?
yep.
So, okay, so everyone has plus 10 extra health, pretty much. So, Lyx, I'll add it to you on here because you haven't gotten hit yet. So I have yours. Can you target yourself, Melodia? I don't think so.
No, so I'm going to choose sorry, that was held for the dice roll. I'm gonna choose Willow, Lyx, Sneak, and Sly or Ma.
Okay.
I'm gonna choose Ma.
So Ma, I kind of Ma will fall if Sly falls.
Okay, so
Sly will
Sly.
defend. Yeah, because Ma has like maybe like 2 health or something. She's got not much. But Sly protects her. So when Sly falls, Ma falls. You guys will see in a second what they'll look like.
The second part is y'all can immediately use reactions to move up to y'all's speed without provoking opportunity attacks. So
So you
y'all
can
can like
reposition.
absolutely.
Yeah, unfortunately, Willow, you can't because you're pretty much unconscious. You're conscious, but for all intents and purposes, rules wise, you're unconscious. You can't take any actions or reactions. But everyone else, you guys can move your full movement speed again, repositioning once again, and you won't take opportunity attacks. So that's pretty good. You can maybe turn, yeah. So go ahead and move your characters. I'm guessing everyone's
We
gonna
get,
do that as a reaction.
did I hear we get plus 10 health as well? Or no?
Yeah, it's just temporary though. It didn't heal you, if that makes sense. So you just kind of add, I think there's a temporary slot somewhere on the character sheet. Just say 10. If you guys ever heal a lot, you can get, like if you have 20 health, technically if someone heals you all the way, you have 30 health. So it's still great. It's really good. Yeah, it's really good. If I guess followed up with like a big heal maybe for the future. Okay, so you heal Willow.
Mm-hmm.
So how much was that?
9.
Okay, and
I
you already
guess I
added your
should have.
modifier?
Yeah. 5 plus 4, 9.
Okay. All right. Looking a little better.
And I burned a spell slot.
Perfect. Yeah, so everyone can reposition as a reaction. Awesome. Yeah, we'll say that Sly also repositions. And she kind of like, yeah, it's kind of over here. And she actually tries to, no, actually it's not her turn. All right, Melodia, anything else? And then we have Lyx. Did you want to move, Melodia? You have a movement.
No, well.
So Melodia, is it a song? The cool buff?
I think it's more a shout like "Move your asses."
Yeah, and you all
It's kind.
feel this, yeah, like the tide kind of spreads out from you maybe and touches your allies as they feel more vigor in them, and then they just dart and dodge like crazy.
I guess yeah. Form up. Melody is gonna move to that spot to kind of cover Willow the same way Lyx is, or something like that. Yeah, that'll
Okay.
be. I'll end my turn.
Perfect.
Does
Hey.
the person next to Willow have a metal armor on?
Yeah, they look like they're in some kind of soldier
All right,
gear.
so I'm gonna do shocking grasp, and if they're wearing metallic armor, it's at advantage, the attack.
Okay.
Ooh, 22.
To hit?
Yes.
Okay. This is so physical contact. You have to touch them.
Touch, yes.
It doesn't like spread. It doesn't surge around or anything.
Nope. So you
Okay.
have to touch, and lightning springs from my hand to shock the creature that I'm touching.
Okay. So 22 definitely hits. What's the damage?
One moment, please.
He like sees you lunge at him and like gets his shield out, smiles. As you don't grab a weapon, you just go and grab him. And he's totally thrown off by that.
That's 11 damage.
Yeah, and then you just shock the shit out of him, literally. All right. And yeah, and the rain kind of adds to the lightning spreading around in his body, and he's just like, and he actually takes damage from that.
Okay, and he cannot take reactions until the start of his next turn.
Okay.
And I am just going to like move maybe like 10 feet over, reposition a little bit.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, so he would have reacted like instinctively. He wanted to opportunity attack you and he couldn't. He's like, and he kind of just says, he tries to whisper, but it doesn't come out well. He's like, "Tied you, sir." But only like you and Willow hear that.
And I just say, don't hurt my friend.
And then Sly goes, "Yeah, you heard him. All right, Ma, get out." And then she shoots. Hiding. I rolled for stealth. She was hidden. Holy shit! Oh my god! Sly rolled a 19. Ma rolled a natural 20. I don't even have to roll the damage. As Ma says, "Oh, good day, good day," and then shoots the guy that you just shocked, Lyx, and he gets arrows in both eyes, totally dead. As they didn't notice that Sly kind of did the classic sneak, you know, the family Deling move, climb up that tree, hide, boom. That guy was totally unaware. So as a bonus action, Ma comes in and actually does a second attack for Sly. So that's how Ma works with Sly. Willow, it is finally your turn. What you need to do is go ahead and roll another Constitution saving check.
Con check or con save?
Con save, as you're trying to fight back this poison that's paralyzing you and hurting you. Unfortunately, it is at disadvantage, right? Because you're poisoned as well. Yes, it is at disadvantage. Oh, shit. Well, yeah, no, that is 5. So unfortunately, you don't save as you are still kind of gasping, trying to get yourself together, and you still can't take any actions or reactions. This is rough. I'm sorry,
She
Willow.
is as angry as she can be without actually going into a rage.
Yeah, you can't quite hit it. What is actually? I don't want to skip over your turn too much. I think this is a good time. Is there what's going on in your head, Willow? How are you feeling?
Yeah, no, blind rage. She knew this could happen and was distracted by talking about things she didn't want to talk about, and it literally might kill her. So she is just pissed at everybody and everything. Not really Lyx right now because Lyx is doing good, but yeah, she's gonna have words if she makes it out of this.
Cool. All right. So this Draconian's turn. Or sorry, spoilers. No one. Blah blah blah. This person's turn. Who hasn't gone, sees this Tide user, Melodia, doing all kinds of crazy shit, yelling and inspiring people, and attacks you.
Cristian,
Yeah?
I'm sorry. I just want to let you know that you're cutting out a lot because I'm hearing you
Really?
from the basement. Yeah, and it's not all coming through via Zoom.
Can you guys hear me now? Let me reconnect then. Oh shit. Hello? Better? Better at all? No? Yes? It might be when I roll, I guess. It's in my headphones still. Is that better?
Yeah, it's okay. Like, but when you move away, yeah, I think you just cut out.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna buy one of the Errol headsets. We'll get there. We'll get there. And okay, so one of them misses Melodia for sure, but the other one is a 21, and that hits, I'm sure. And that one will do Oh, okay. That one does just 6 damage to Melodia. Do you want me to track that? Like, I can take it away from you real quick. Boom. So I took away 6, and then we're back at the top. And can you all do a perception check? Willow, you can do one too at disadvantage. Perfect. Perfect. All right, I'm just gonna jump into it. Willow, you don't hear this. The rain is too hard. Your thoughts, you're in pain. You're literally at death's door again, once again. But everyone else hears this, and you know exactly what it is, Sneak, the second you hear.
Come on, man.
As an owl bear comes charging in. I'll reveal the image here too, just so you can see what it looks like again. That's not actually how big it is. It's the ugly blue, boring blob. And that is how big it is. You hear this horrifying bear growl mixed with a weird owl screech, just that, just this impossible sound as it comes in, furious. Let me actually roll its initiative. I forgot to do that. Oh shit! And it gets a dirty 20 for its initiative. As it runs in, rushes in, charging at incredible speed. Coming over here, just screaming. Right there, as it screams, and it's at the top. So now it's this scary guy's turn, and he actually sees that you guys kind of felled his friend, and takes a step back, runs over here, grabs a horn that he has, and goes. And then you hear a response. And that's his turn. Sneak, you're up, and then Melodia. And just so you guys know, you can help. You guys can use the help action to help with Willow's paralysis. You can help her. You have to use your action to help her make that Constitution save.
Okay.
Oh damn!
I know I wasn't gonna give tips, but I just wanted to remind people of the help action. This is it's a pretty good action sometimes.
All right. It sucks that this is my turn now because I don't know what to do, dude.
So yeah, you have an enemy, one of the reptilian people right in front of you. You definitely hear an owl bear coming basically from behind you, southwest of your position. You did not. I don't think you would notice where the other person is. Not
I
quite.
don't know if I should attack the owl bear or if I should just.
You know
Okay.
that an owl bear will attack whoever it sees that
Right.
is in its territory. And you
Right.
probably know that it's not a good idea to attack an owl bear. So I'm
should
referring
try
back
to
to
run. We should just try to run and leave these little reptilian dudes. So I think I would like to run to Willow and also provide some support for Willow. So like if a bunch of us could just like get her up and we could just try to dip the fuck out, that would be
So
like
yeah,
so
you'll
pretty.
ready. I'm gonna say you're gonna ready a help action. Then is what it sounds like.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Yeah. I mean, I guess you could do a bonus action, but you're pretty much out in the open now with Willow, so you can try to hide, but you're just there.
I'm just there to give a little bit of muscle to like lift her up, like another
Okay.
shoulder or something. I know I'm little,
Cool.
but
Awesome. Okay. This is scary. All right, Melodia, your turn. I thought no music and just rain might be a little creepier, a little
Oh
more
my gosh, it's
sullen.
so creepy. So I'm gonna use a bonus action
Okay.
to pour a potion of healing down
Oh, okay.
her throat.
You'll have to
Um,
roll for this. So you have to roll what the potion of healing is. Because when you use it as a bonus action, that's when you're like a little sloppier. As a full action, she gets 10 health, I think. She gets the full maximum benefit.
oh,
So this is
I
my
think
house
I'm
roll.
I'm gonna use my full action to give.
What does this look like?
Uh, oh my God, Holly is like literally searing daggers into me from across the room. Um,
This is awesome. This is such good drama. I love it.
so definitely Melodia's, even though she just got hit, she's going to turn and be like, damn you, I'm not gonna let you die. So he sort of, or she drags her mouth open and
Yeah,
chug a
and
lug.
you have that temp. You have 21 health. Sorry, I'm being a little out of character here. You have 21 health normally, right? Holly, I think.
31.
But
It's
now it would
30.
be, but now it would be 31. So you actually heal up quite a lot. I won't say it, but I think you should be able to see it. Um, so yes, the healing potion's working miracles. This potion that you bought from Fan, in this general store, her wounds start to seal up. Um, she kind of comes back into like, a more alert being. Um, Yep, but that's it. I double checked the statuses. You were feeling a lot better, but you're still very paralyzed and you can't talk, you can't move. All right, anything else, Melodia? You have bonus action. If you move, the person will swing at you.
Can I use my bonus action to help Holly get up? I mean, Willow get up? No, I
I'll
didn't
be
think
nice,
so.
and I'll be nice and say she gets +1. So sneak is gonna help. Is actually gonna help, and we'll talk about what that'll look like. You're gonna give a +1 because sneak uses full action. So I want to respect that full action that he's using to help get her back up. But normally you can't use a bonus action to help unless you're like a paladin or something.
Okay.
So
Um,
I'll be nice in this one moment and give that just as a +1. I think it's okay. A +1's it might make the difference. Okay, anything else, Melodia?
nope.
Lyx, you're up. You're muted.
I'm also gonna move 5 feet. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna move 5 feet, and then as my action, I'll also try and help get Willow up.
Oh shit. Okay. Interesting. This is awesome.
And then as my bonus action, I'm gonna cast Dragon's Breath to Maw. And I'm
Oh,
gonna say,
what?
Maw, fire when ready. Because I mean I'm hearing noises in the forest too.
Okay. So you're giving Ma fire breath right now.
Yes.
Okay, you're gonna have to tell me what that looks like. All right, anything else? It'll be their turn next, so
Yeah,
we
no,
can.
I'm just gonna say, Willow, we're gonna get you up. If you can hear me, Willow.
Okay, yeah. So Ma has this surge of energy, this tide. A little bit of weird darkness kind of envelops her for a moment, like some weird cloudiness. What? So is this any fire breath? What element is this?
I chose fire
Just
for
normal fire. Okay.
her.
So
Yeah.
yeah, Sly shoots and actually hits this guy over here, and she does a good 6 damage to him, and she's expecting Ma to kind of, shoot again, but Ma grabs her braids and like a car is kind of maneuvering her, like forcing her to move as she instinctively knows what you did to her somehow. Licks, and Sly's like, "Ah, what the fuck?" It kind of goes crawling down, running down the tree. What's the distance that I have to be? Or
Well, are
what's
you asking what the cone is?
Oh, it's a cone. Oh shit. Okay, so they probably want to go here and not hit our friends, and then the cone will jet out this way
It's a
at an
15
angle.
foot cone, and then the creature in that area has to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Failed for show. I'm guessing. They made just a 6.
So that wouldn't suffice.
Okay. So how much damage do they take?
3d6s.
All right. How does this look like with Ma and with you?
I feel like does Ma have like her eyes look super clear? Like there's some clarity in her and she just is like, here we go. And then just cone of fire out the mouth.
All right. Roll those 3d6s, or do you want me to do it?
Oh, I was gonna let you as Ma do it.
What is it?
+5.
Oh shit! Yes! Okay. He looks pretty bad. He looks like this flame just this freaking maw out of nowhere, jutting out flame. Um, this person takes a lot of damage, but they still are standing. But they look like they're at death's door, as they got incinerated, um, by by you blessing Ma. Um, so that was a bonus action. So your action is to help Willow. Sneak's action is to help Willow. And I'm giving Melvin that +1 as his bonus action. So the way this is going to work, Willow, is because 2 people are helping you using the help action essentially. Um, it cancels out the disadvantage, makes it neutral, but you have one more person helping you, so now this save is at advantage, and you add +1. So roll at advantage. Roll what was it? Was it Constitution? Yeah, Constitution saving throw at advantage, and that is enough as your friends try and stabilize you. What does this look like? I'll let you guys paint this picture.
I firstly run up to her, and then I just grab under her arm, and then whoever term it was next, like right under her armpit, I'm like grabbing, and it like smells like armpit, and I'm like, ugh, dude. But I'm trying to help her out.
I guess I'll go. I was going to the other side then, and I'm trying to support um Willow and all the heavy armor and pushing upward.
Melodia's maybe like massaging the potion down her throat, like trying to make sure it gets in there. I don't know. And she's saying, "Damn you, bitch, we're not gonna let you die," like trying to stabilize.
Awesome. Willow, you are back. That was your action. You have a bonus action, and you can move. You are no longer paralyzed. You are still poisoned, though, I believe. So unfortunately, your attacks are still at disadvantage in your ability checks.
Yeah, I think as soon as the paralytic leaves her, she's just going to have a loud primal scream and just immediately throw into a rage.
All right.
Um,
Awesome. Do you move at all?
I don't know.
We
Oh,
should
that's
try to move out of the area at least so they could be the main focus of the owl bear and we don't have to fuck with
I was gonna say, I feel like I'm going to move not a ton, but like start moving the group away from the owl bear.
Yeah, I'll
And
sneak.
let
You
them be
definitely,
fodder.
you sneak. Definitely, you had enough time to be like, while you were here, you didn't say like, "Owl bear's coming." If you come, if you come to, you gotta get the hell out. Go, don't go that way.
Yeah, I feel like I'm aware of what's happening. I just couldn't do anything before, so I know now that I'm up, I see the owl bear, I'm going the opposite way.
You want to move? Are you able to move yours? Okay, cool. All right. Okay. So now it's the person's turn who just got hit with the flame breath. And he looks at Melodia and he looks at Sly and Ma and says, "I die for Takesis." And he stabs himself as the gas emits from its body. Melodia, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
I also thought that this guy, I thought that was Ma, but then I got confused. That's
It
the
is
owl bear.
no. That's Ma. That's Ma. Tiny is Ma.
Oh,
It's Ma and Sly.
okay.
Big one over here is Owlbear. It's big. It's really big. It takes up more space than 5 feet. So make that con save. I'm gonna have to make a Constitution save for Sly and Ma. Oh, fuck. They failed. As Ma and Sly are restrained and they can't move in their next turn.
I'm pretty sure I
You're
also
also
failed.
restrained. This gas comes out as this creature starts to turn to stone. And that's its turn as it's seemingly dying, but in its last breath, literally, it did that. How are you all feeling? You guys want, we were actually at time. We can pick up from here, or we can keep going.
Am I affected by any of that either?
No, it's within 5 feet, so you're good.
Okay.
But you see all this, you see this all happening.
I'm
So
personally good to keep going, but I understand if anyone needs to leave, we can end it.
yeah, I'm at your guys' mercy. Perfect. Well, that's the case. Dun, dun, dun. The reinforcements are arriving. They're coming in yelling. They're like, "What's going on?" Unbeknownst to them, though, we're at the top of initiative, and it's the Owlbear's turn. They rush in, and they say, "What's going on?" And then all of a sudden, they hear, and you guys all hear, as the Owlbear rushes into this first guy who has no idea what's coming for him. He just hears it, and the Owlbear attacks. Owlbear attacks and does wipes him out. First grabs him with the claws and slams him on the ground, and then dives in with the beak and just tearing him to flesh and Bones just totally killing him, ripping his throat out, and he dies as he's screaming like ah, and these other guys are like, what the fuck? Let me add their initiative actually. But that's it. It's actually I'll add their initiative. It'll be the same as that other guy. Yeah, let's add. He had 20 before. Let's just keep it the same. So yeah, this guy sees that and he's like, "What the hell? Charlie, you okay? Oh shit!" And then he swings like reactively, attacks. Oh, he does hit once. All
That just
right.
pisses it off.
He hits it once, and it slices, and he's like, "Ah, take that, you bastard!" And the owlbear doesn't even react. It's just yells at him. All right, and it is this baddie's turn. He's starting to see the owlbear. He's seeing the barbarian running his way, and he starts running. And he plays his horn again. And that's his turn. Sneak, it's your turn.
Okay. So in the process of all this happening, I'm going to maybe, because yeah, my movement is maybe I'll get closer to, I don't know if I can get that close to Willow, but kind of in that area. And then I would like to shoot a crossbow at the dude who is running. So this guy right there.
Okay. Yeah.
But I don't want to kill him. I just want to like shoot him in the leg to make him like an easy thing to get eaten. He
Okay.
just blew the horn, so like obviously he made noise.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Roll to hit.
All right, so with my crossbow, so once again, my crossbow isn't on here, and I don't know what happened because it was on here, and it's weird because I checked my D&D Beyond, and it's not on there
I
either.
feel like your bolts do D6. We can double check. I think your arrows do D6, but just roll the D20 and see if it hits.
All right, I will roll a
Maybe a
D20.
D8. Let me see. I'll Google it. Arrow damage.
D20. I just picked something for D20. 3. So 3 for on the D20.
Yeah, that misses, my friend, unfortunately.
Yeah, I am not having luck. I had luck at the beginning, but
Yeah, it's
ran
raining
out.
though. It's hard. It's raining. You know, it's a tough environment right now. Emotions are high.
So I'll miss, and then I'll just you rat bastard and shake my fist heavily at him, dude.
And Melodia, you're up. And then Lyx.
If I use Mantle of Inspiration, it says that you immediately use your reaction to move up your speed. Even though we're paralyzed, or does one trump the other?
Okay. So you're restrained actually. You're not paralyzed. So you're able to do you just can't move. No, it can't benefit from any bonus to its speed, unfortunately. That's verbatim. I'm looking at the DM screen. Because that
Well,
would give you yeah, I mean it is a reaction. So what is the mantle? Can you read it again? It's a reaction?
when a creature gains the temporary hit points, it can immediately use its reaction to move its speed without provoking opportunity attacks.
Oh, so you can cast this more than once a day?
Yeah, it's a bardic inspiration die.
Oh, or it counts as one of your bardic inspirations, which you have like
Mm-hmm.
4 or something like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I'm gonna say no because the restraint says it can't benefit from any bonus to its speed. I feel like that kind of makes
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
No, wait, it is your turn. I'm sorry. It is actually your turn. So go ahead, make the saving throw. So it's
I'm
a
not saying.
Constitution. Is that the one you did already? Oh. Oh my God. Okay. So yes, you're good. You're good. It's your turn normally now.
Okay, so now I can do
He's dead.
something.
He's dead. This guy has crumbled to dust.
Okay. Can I move out of the way of the owl bear?
That is Ma. So I am sorry that you guys can't
No,
see
well
the name.
that down there, owl bear.
Yeah, yeah.
Like back
Go
towards.
ahead. Yeah, move.
Yep, back towards the friends.
All right.
I don't really have any ranged attacks, so I end my turn.
Okay. Do you wanna? Did you do an action? Do you need? You can use dash as an action if you're trying to get further. That's an
Uh,
idea, but you don't have to.
yeah, I guess I'm gonna use dash.
And maybe I didn't explain this, guys, but kind of how we were doing earlier in the exploration, you guys can go off map, right? You can get off the map. You don't have to like follow, the very specific stuff that I have here. So if you want to run, if your plan is to run and just get the hell out of this area, you definitely can just skidoo on one of these edges. Maybe I didn't make that clear.
Yeah, skadoosh. Toodaloo.
Okay. So you're done? Whose turn is it? Lyx.
So the spell that I cast lasts up to a minute and requires concentration.
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna keep that spell going.
Or Ma. Yep.
And I'm gonna move and use my action. Let's see what I can do. I'll use my action to dodge.
Okay. That's smart. So that means like all attacks have disadvantage on you next time that happens or whatever?
Yep, an advantage on dexterity saving throws.
Okay. Perfect. Anything else?
Nope, I just want to keep that spell going.
Perfect. So Slide just barely surpassed that petrified. Maybe Ma's like kind of slapping her head, getting her together to just get that going. And Sly actually moves and then does a dash as a bonus action. And then as an action, actually they shoot at this guy. Ma hits.
She doesn't want to use the dragon's breath.
What's the range? 15 cone?
Oh, you're right, 15-foot cone.
Oh yeah, yeah, okay. So Sly hits. Sly hits and Ma. Do they have to do a save, I'm guessing?
Oh yeah, dex save.
Okay. Right. So Sly does some damage, pierces him. He has to do a dex save. Oh, natural one!
Oh shit.
So what is it?
Another 3d6 plus 5.
Plus 5. Oh shit. It's a lot. Yeah, so the Ling duo just comes in, they're hauling ass, and yep, Sly just kind of slides in, shoots at this guy's leg, and then Mob at the same time blast him, and he's just like getting really hurt by that, and yeah, he looks bruised up. Willow, it's finally your turn.
How far away is Melodia?
Oh,
Trust me, it's not just, yeah.
Hold up. I am doing something. You guys could check. It's each square foot is 5.
20.
Okay. Willow's gonna get right up on her and just punch her so she keeps her rage up. Won't hurt her too bad. It's an
Okay.
unarmed strike.
Interesting. I like that. Okay.
You got plenty of hit points. And she's
Yeah,
also
yeah,
pissed.
yeah. All right. Yeah. We'll
If
say.
she wanted to damage you, she could. So let me roll to
I like
hit.
that thinking. I like that thinking. That's creative. I say it's fair. Barbarians
roll?
gotta stay angry. The barbarians gotta stay angry.
I'm sorry, I'm failing to see where I roll to hit.
Oh, roll, roll the. Well, Melodia. Never mind. Yeah, just roll the d20. For
Okay.
unarmed, just roll the d20 and add your strength modifier. We'll just call it that. I think there's feats
Okay.
in the future where you can be really strong unarmed. Oh. Yeah. Oh, and it is at disadvantage though because you're poisoned. Fuck. That technically misses unless Melodia wants to get hit, but I don't know why they would. How does this look? Why you gotta convince me? Why is Melodia letting Willow punch her?
Melodia knows with her educated self,
Laugh my ass off. I was like, because she knows, and then literally you said that.
right? Because she know she done she's a little in the wrong, I guess. Maybe she feels a little bit bad, maybe
Instead of like, she just kind of imagines that this hoe is going to beat her on the streets. 'Cause-
She would have
Alright.
also seen that I didn't hit her with the axe that is very much in my hand. If I was trying to hurt you, I could.
Alright. Do a just do a d4 for the damage.
Yeah.
So roll a d4. You might be a d6, but I'm not sure. We might have to double check that.
Like a fierce bitch.
Oh,
Slide.
what?
Wait, is it? I should check what my unarmed strike is.
And I don't know if you add your strength modifier to that. I'm gonna.
Well, rage damage is +2.
Oh fuck! Okay, that's definitely there.
Um,
That's definitely there.
says my critical damage is 1d6, but I don't think that's a crit
Not
for
unarmed.
obvious
No, no.
reasons.
Yeah, no, that's not unarmed. Some characters have different unarmed powers. I'm not sure if you do. So we'll just call it a D4. That's my standard
Okay.
for like low physical damage.
So it's 3 total.
Yep, so 3 damage. So it's a good hit. It's a good fucking hit still, you know. Obviously not getting stabbed, but a punch that takes away 3 health is a good punch.
And then I'm just gonna keep running.
You're maintaining your rage. Okay, cool. I like that. All right.
So I'm gonna run as far as I can in the same direction we're all heading towards.
All right.
I think I got like 30.
Some more of these assholes appear from the sound of the horn at the top. As this guy
As close as it'll let me get.
This guy over here, he kind of checks in. He's like, "What's going on?" And then he's kind of taken aback, and he gets the hell back. He just steps back and actually doesn't use an action this turn. He just steps back with whatever remaining movement he had. He's not trying to help his friend. All right, and now we're to the owl bear. That's how it's now very clear call. First claw attack misses, but then it goes in for its beak to bite at this individual, and it does Jesus. Does some damage. The guy's still alive, but he is screams as this creature is just mauling this dude, and he tries to run away, and the owlbear makes its reaction to swing at him with its claw. And when it hits with its claw, and it finishes him off. So slices at the back of his neck as he falls to the ground, and this guy's no more. and then it uses its movement to rush at this thing, but it has no more attacks at the moment. All right, and then it's our friend over here who's been running away. And he makes it off the map toward the right. So the only way you all will encounter him is if you also go that way. Actually, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna say he sticks around and blows the horn. Just stick around this turn. Blows his horn, making a ruckus. All right, Sneak, your turn.
Okay. I would like to maybe also make my move towards Melodia and gang. And then I would maybe like to see if I can fire. Maybe this guy over here.
Yeah, I think you're in range. You're definitely in range with your crossbow. Go ahead and roll to hit.
Sweet. So D20. I'm just rolling any old D20 here. No. It's a 1.
Oh my God, what are your rolls? Oh God.
I think I'm
That's
gonna
a
just.
nat.
I'm just
It's
fire.
Don't you still have inspiration?
Oh, I do. I have lucky too.
Yeah.
So I'm lucky, and after thank you for reminding me. After the lucky, I get to roll again. So I will try that again. If I get a natural 1.
Oh, you can roll normal dice, by the way, on the very left. There's like a little D20 looking symbol. And you can just, oops, what did I roll? See, like I just clicked that and it comes up. So you can just do that. It's on the left black toolbar. Oh, and maybe D as well, I guess. If you type in D. Yeah, if you click that left, if you see that left toolbar, it should be the last thing that looks like a D20. It looks like a big 20-sided shape.
Yeah, I don't see that motherfucker. Hold on.
Okay.
I'll just roll it again. Hold on. I'll roll it on this other thing I got over here. All right, D20, roll. 5. So, nope, not much better.
Sorry, I think someone's knocking at our door. Sneak, what is going on in your head? This is very uncharacteristic of you.
Yeah, I'm just like so scared of everything that's going on. Like I'm just rushing and just like blindly firing at the closest object I can get. And my little heart is racing so much that it's just not hitting today.
Gotcha. All right. Any more movement? What are you trying? Did you move already or?
Yeah, I moved before I shot.
Okay.
So I'm good.
All right, Melodia, you're up, and then Lyx. As you guys keep hearing in the not too far distance, you keep hearing this creature just mauling. Screams. You hear soldiers kind of marching around in disarray. They're like, what the hell's going on?
The plan is still to book it away, right? Yep, I'm booking it away.
So you leave off screen to the right.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Lyx, your turn. You're muted.
Well, I was gonna say, like, are we pausing Melvin's action?
Melvin, is there an action you want to do? True, sorry. Action or bonus action? Oh.
Bardic Inspiration, I think I'm gonna use one of those. Or
What are these faces?
I know, I'm like, he's like trying not to like help and Now I'm like,
I'll only help. I'll only give a tip if you want it, but it is me saying a turn, a very like strategic thing. But I'm gonna shut up. Only if you really want it. Only if you want to.
I kind of want it. Yeah, I'm kind of dumb and dense with these things.
Now's a good time for Mantle of Inspiration. Everyone can use their reaction and literally book it together.
Mm.
Okay, now I see what you mean. I probably wouldn't have thought of that.
I don't know if
So
the temporary hit point stack. That
it
seems
doesn't
really
say that
strong.
they don't.
Okay, we can double check that, but we can say that everyone's pretty hardy, I guess.
Yeah, it doesn't say. So we're gonna
So
get the
this is
group
an
going.
amazing, like, yeah, this spell is an amazing, like, getting into shape again after being an ambush, right? That was perfect. That kind of saved everybody in many ways. And it's also great for
Nice.
getaway. How many people can you affect?
4.
Okay, so I'm guessing it's Willow, Snake, Lyx, and Sly. Perfect.
Yep.
All right. They don't hesitate. Sly uses her reaction to get the fuck out of there. Do you all use your reactions now? You're boosted up again. Melodia, you want to tell us how this looks like? What this looks like?
I actually programmed my macro, and
I
so
see
it
that.
says
Yeah.
snaps her fingers in a Z formation. Honey, you're about to be as fabulous as me. Feel the inspiration.
As you guys start fucking darting, this magical energy just kind of takes over you all. You're enthralled and inspired by Melodia, who leads the charge through this rainy hinterland woods, carrying the secret and the knowledge that there's an army 2 hours north of Vogler and an hour north of the Deling house. Can you all do a constitution check as you hear all around you voices of, I think they're over here. You just hear like, shouts and shouts. Find them. We have intruders. Kill them. You hear all these shouts and shouts. And mixed in between that, you keep hearing, Jesus, there's an owl bear. It's tearing us apart. Keep hearing this creature running through the woods, just killing and killing. And maybe there's another one. Maybe you hear another yell from another sound just as
I'm gonna
these
use my
soldiers. You're using what?
inspiration.
Okay, go ahead. For your constitution?
To, yeah, get the fuck
Okay.
out of there successfully.
Whoa, sorry. Ad going off, I think. Where are you, ad? Shut up.
Uh,
So yeah, you keep hearing this owl bear just tearing them apart. Um, seemingly coming
much
at a
better.
good time. As you all, after about 40-ish minutes to an hour, it's hard to tell what the time is after everything that has happened. Um, End up back at a familiar big old tree. And seemingly you've all lost your pursuers, at least for the time being. Um, yeah, what do you do? Let me see. Sorry, let me check out your constitutions. Lix, did you say yours out loud? Oh no, I see it. 19. Okay, yeah, you're all pretty good. You're all pretty good. Sneak, you're a little winded. You're a little frazzled. This has been pretty intense for you. Definitely, you feel like you just want to not, be with your family, tell them, think about what the hell you guys got to do and just knock out. Uh, you definitely don't have it in you to make it to Vogler at this point, unless you get carried or something. So yeah, you guys kind of make it to this northern part up here, seemingly safe for now, kind of catching your breath. Uh, Sly kind of looks at Ma and is like, I didn't know you had that in you, Ma. Is that the soup? And then Ma is like, oh, I love good food. And Sly was like, well, that was pretty fun and terrifying.
Do you think, Sly, that you could maybe just go home and tell my brother and Pa of what is happening, and I will try to extend my trip further without dying of exhaustion like a southern belle. We're
And
going to Bogway.
as you say that, Sneak, you actually see a little lantern come up, and peeking through is your brother. Is Smarts kind of coming out. He's like, "Oh shit, is that you guys finally? I heard some ruckus out there. What's all the hubbub?"
That's a lot of Bob.
All right, well, and then Sly's like, "Yeah, it's not good actually. Even I'm a little scared. Big old army, it's over there. I think it's coming." And Smarts is like, "Ah, shoot. Dang, really? They look strong?"
Very strong.
Strong enough to take down our tree, you think?
And then some.
Oh.
Especially if they get the drop on you.
Oh, that won't happen with us. Shoot. Who the hell are you? And he looks at Melodia. Never mind. Whatever. You found someone, they helped. Awesome. Okay. Well, Sneak and Sly and Ma too. I think we need to talk about what we're gonna do with our shit. And well, you guys passed my test, but I wasn't expecting this, and now I kind of feel like an asshole. So you guys can do the thing. You can see the room now. And
Cool.
Sneak and Sly, you both know it's the hidden room. It's the hidden room of the Delings, the one that's been kept away from you your whole life. I owe it to you, and also it might be the last time we see that thing. All right, sneaky boy. Is it okay if we steal you then, and maybe you reconvene in Vogler tomorrow? We talk through moving? I don't think we can move a tree. Do any of you know how to move trees?
You gotta uproot it.
Might take more than a night to do that, and you look pretty pooped, buddy.
It's true. I am.
Well, that's it?
I might
Just
need
big
a
old
nap.
army?
Big scary army. Dragon-like people that have polluting stone death bodies.
And Sly, like, she's kind of picking her nose again, and she's like, yeah, but our good karma came back to us. Owlbear helped us out. I don't think we would have made it out without that thing.
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah, we should tell the Hootingtons that they probably need to get out of here for good, unfortunately. All right, bud. Stubbs, come on. And he kind of like helps you. He kind of like carries you on his back, actually. He picks you up. He's like, you look pretty pooped, buddy. All right, Sly, let's go. Yeah, and Sneak, I don't know, do you say anything to the Boglins and Willow and Melvin? And Colton, I'll tell you this now. Actually, you know what? No. Shit, it's 9 o'clock. How are we gonna end this? Why don't we end it on Sneak, and we'll pick up. You guys can kind of tell me. Everyone else can tell me how you all. Like, yeah, if you talk on your way back, I'm guessing you're probably gonna want to keep running back to Vogler. What are you guys thinking, Melvin, Lyx, and Willow?
Lyx is like panicky, like we gotta get back
And tell the village, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Melodia's like running in heels and maybe feeling a little bad, but Errol feels bad. But
All right.
yeah.
And Willow is just barely holding on to what little sense of decorum she has now that the rage has dropped and she's had some time to process. So she just wants to head back home.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, we'll end on this quick final little thing with Sneak then, I think. So Sneak, you're here, and your brother unlocks the door. heck are they? Lyx and y'all, you aren't here. So you guys, use your platform to get back up on your tree as it's raining. You do see the Hootingtons. They're kind of hooting away.
Christian,
Yeah?
you intended for us to see a black square.
What do you mean?
When you said that, like, we weren't here, like, the visibility of the house disappeared from me.
Really? Oh, shoot. It's okay. It's not that impressive.
Okay.
It's just, I'll describe it. So the door opens, and it looks like a library. It looks like a lot of books for the most part. Ton of books. Maybe your family's banner. You do see the rose symbol on this shield. It looks like a really beat up old shield. And then you also see this shirt that looks bloodstained, kind of framed. And there's just a lot of books. There's some chest. And Smarts just kind of plops down, crisscross applesauce. Pa is sleeping. Ma, Sly kind of dropped her off in your hammocks down here to go to sleep. And Smart says, well, you both did really good. And I don't say this often, but I'm proud of you both for getting out of that situation. It sounds really, really, really bad. So I guess I don't really know where to begin with this whole revealing family history bullcrap. So I'll just put it on you all. What do you guys want to know? And that's where we'll end the session. So, Sneak, you and Sly have the chance to ask your brother anything. Anything at all. Whatever you want. And he may or may not have the answer to it. We'll also say that you guys might take this time to discuss, like, oh shit, we gotta grab our shit and maybe get out of here, skedaddle. But yeah, so Colton, that's your small homework assignment, is you can ask Smarts anything, and we'll start with that next session. Sly will also have a question, and I'll come up with that for them. Well, that's all I got for today. I don't know about you guys, but that was an awesome session for me. I enjoyed kind of taking a step back a little bit and letting you guys guide things, and I think it went really, really well. I liked the drama that came up, and I liked how you guys explored the forest. I thought that was pretty interesting. Really happy you didn't murder or attack Misko. That was nice. Definitely a possibility. It's kind of weird looking. And yeah, sorry about the ambush. They was literally right there, right at that tree. They were right there. I didn't move them. I just uncovered them. And in my head, I was thinking like that they saw you and they were just kind of silent, just waiting for the perfect time to strike.
No,
Yeah,
I was
so-
freaking out, but that was great.
Yeah.
Because I didn't die, that was amazing.
Hey, but like, I mean, I don't want to say too much, but I thought to me, from my perspective, it was amazing because
Added to the drama.
your friends saved you this time, you know? So I thought that was really beautiful.
My friends also got me into that. I
Kind
wanted
of.
to. I'm
Kind
just
of.
saying.
Yeah. I would say that the arguing definitely lowered all your perceptions. I was like, oh, no one's making a perception check here. No, I mean, I would have, if someone was like, hey, I'm on alert while these people are fighting, which I know is a weird call to make. I would have definitely given someone the chance to peek around. And yeah, so it didn't work out that way, but that's okay. Hey, we got some story going. I thought it was a really cool moment. And I know it was horrifying and almost deadly. So thank you, Holly, for handling that well, and thank you everyone else for saving Holly. And
Well, I don't know that I handled that well.
well,
You can ask
Could have
Errol
been
later.
worse.
That's true.
Willow seemingly handled it well then. But yes, I can't. Yeah, Ollie's been in horrible situations, near death, and that felt bad. So I've been there. I've been there too, and I know it's not a fun feeling. Yeah, these are bad people. This army, they're pretty bad. So you guys know now who the mysterious benefactors to Gorgonis were. They, you see some of their power, you understand some of their wealth, and they're very close to Vogler. But Sneak, you get to ask a cool question to your brother. you all can think about what you do when you get back to Vogler, everyone else, except for Sneak. Sneak, I'm going to say you're probably going to knock out after you hang out with your fam, but you can make your way to Vogler in the morning. And that's it. Any questions, any other reflections? That was awesome. I loved it. Thank you, everyone. Sorry that I was evil this time.
Thank you as always for DMing.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
appreciate you.
Alrighty. I'll see you guys in 2 weeks, as long as everyone's
Bye.
good. Alrighty.
Sounds
Have a
good.
good one. Good night.